Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault. And you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
You will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on it. Dati mihi Anglican parade, verbal Latin. I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
That's literally not true.
Oh, for Trump's sake.
Is that correct?
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Happy Tuesday to you. Good to have you all here this morning as we're getting ready to kick off day 2 of the trial that should not be. I am struggling with this one. I'm not going to say frivolous lawsuit. I don't know if it's like a I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the evidence, the good stuff. Struggling. I'm enjoying it, says Red Pen. Schmoopy, by the way, Schmoopy69, welcome to chat with your smiling poop emoji and your profile picture and everything. Welcome. This is so proper. We're getting started here a little bit, but let me say this, Schmoopy. Everything IP related worldwide is your responsibility. Yeah, that's it. We're gifting you the internet. It's great. It's great for watching. I feel bad for the people involved. It's like that they have to be there. For all but one of the witnesses, and I don't even know who the other ones are. I feel terrible for them. The defendant, the judge, and even the lawyers, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit fun. You know what I did yesterday? I fixed that. See how that screen's working now? And it wasn't before? I did that. Anyway, this isn't the first time someone's tried to get money. It's bad. Okay, we've got some birthdays to celebrate. We need to do that. So before we go too far, let's go ahead and ask our mods to deliver the goods when it comes to who is celebrating. Yay for birthdays, Greeners! Thank you very much. What is this? Feliz Cumpleaños to, I think that means happy birthday to Greeners. I realize it's Cinco de Mayo. I forgot to learn Spanish for today. I forgot. It's Taco Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo. Everyone, we should all be speaking Spanish today, just out of respect. Put chat on screen. I will, but that button doesn't work anymore because I changed the network thing. Wait. There we go. Is it on? No, it's still not on. Why did that not work? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Ooh, I see. Hang on. Let's close that down. Wait for it. Open this one up. There we go. Now chat's on screen. Let's see. Annie, Lindsay Bay, Sierra, and Tisha S. Okay, I'm learning Spanish slowly. All right, we're going to sing happy birthday to these wonderful people on Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo. So everyone put on your big sombreros, pick up your maracas, and jam with me as we play happy birthday and sing to these wonderful people. Whoa. Everyone, if you're able and it's legal, stand up, take the breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, and warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. All right, here we go. That was way too loud. I do apologize. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Annie, Lindsay Bay, Sierra, and Tisha S. Happy birthday to you. Woo! celebrating. I realize it's a wonderful day, but today is your special day, and there are a million places you could have been, and a million people you could have celebrated with, but you chose to be here with us. The privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy, that is ours. Hopefully we can turn that joy back to you and make your day just a little more special. And begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlop's House, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. There we go. And now my network gave out on me. It's done. It's done. It says we're not playing anymore. This is what 2 DCHP servers on the same network will do to you. Need to fix that. It'll fix itself. When it comes back on screen here, just let me know. Can I get the birthday form to make sure my dad Greg's on there tomorrow? Yes, Tisha. Tisha, for sure. We're going to sing to Greg tomorrow. Let us know. Just fill out the form appropriately. All right. As we're about to get started, we're going to let the dancers continue their practicing. I think my wife needs this code. Hang on. I just yelled the code at the top of my lungs for her, and she's literally standing within arm's reach of me. She was just off camera. Now she's deaf too. All right, the maracas are looking great. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, good job, good job. Flamenco dancers, maracas. I'm pretty sure we've got a mariachi band somewhere doing this. Shake your maracas to the music. It's not drums today. Juniper, thank you. Thank you for the piñata, Jennifer. That was beautiful. Perfect timing. We're going to jump now to court here, and it's beginning. It's beginning without us. We have to listen quickly. All right. Where are we at? There we go. Hello? Hello, hello? Everyone's standing at attention. Why are they standing at attention? Oh.
Good morning, this honorable court is now in session. You may be seated.
Morning, Your Honor. Back on the record on the matter of the Commonwealth.
Audio on one
Stefon
side.
Diggs.
Let me fix that.
All right, good morning. Could I see counsel briefly at sidebar, please?
Of course, we're starting with the sidebar. We'll take this moment to reconnect to the switcher. We're going to reroute audio to both. Oh, it's going to be cam 7. Both lefts and rights. Bing. Now we got. There we go. Now everyone can hear, especially the people who only have one speaker on their phone. Can you control your witness today, counselor? What state is this in? The state of denial. We're in Massachusetts, Commonwealth. All right, this has to go somewhere else. There. We got people there. Looks like family. I'm guessing family of the defendant. Cliff notes, Debbie. Oh my goodness, this is a football player, NFL football player. Used to play for the Patriots. I think he got released. I'm not sure if he's signed right now, but he played for the Patriots last year. Wide receiver, makes good money. Let me turn the sound way down because I just don't want to hear the beeps. Makes good money. The sort of money you hire a personal chef with, and he did. He hired a personal chef, and apparently got the full personal service, including possibly, allegedly, relationship type stuff, and there became a time where the personal chef and someone else on his entourage had a disagreement, and he let her go. Said, we won't be needing you anymore. I'm not going to pay you $2,000 a week anymore to cook for us, and you're going to have to move out of my house and all that. And she then alleged that he choked her, threw her on the bed and choked her, struck her on the right side of her face with his right hand, slapped her with an open hand, his right hand, her right cheek. Okay, I hope somebody does how this looks. And Anyway, it just can't happen. And then choked her using while she was facing him, using a neck hold, which he then turned around, and then he pushed her on the bed, fell on top of her, got up and got away. She doesn't remember. She doesn't know how long it lasted. There were no marks. Nobody saw it. Nobody heard anything. She didn't tell anybody about it until like 2 weeks later after she was fired. And then it basically looks like sour grapes is what it looks like to me. And she's not very believable. There is a constant beep. I can turn it off, but then you can't tell when the judge starts talking. Just imagine you're in the hospital, Ricketts. Just imagine you're in the hospital and somebody's sleeping peacefully on the hospital bed next to you and you're hearing their heartbeat or their monitor go off. Anyway, there's been some name dropping with Cardi B. There's been...
the zombie apocalypse may be upon us.
I thought that was the judge. There's been a little bit of clout chasing and maybe a little bit of money grabbing. So that's where we're at. The reported victim, the alleged victim, is on the stand right now in cross-examination, and it's been terrible. She has been shut down by the judge, telling her, "Ma'am, you have to stop talking. Strike that from the record." What's the count on that? Like 14 times so far? 14 times she's just went off and shared some random fact about a previous abusive relationship or how the defendant abuses everybody and hides behind NDAs. Or just 17. Okay, I missed 3. I missed the last 3. You can understand that.
Court stands at brief recess. You may be seated.
All right. What just happened? We've got a brief recess. We've got a brief recess. We can either stare at the clock or I can talk to you here. So this might be over before it started. Hey, how are you doing? Give it to him. Everyone needs my phone. We might be done. There's a huddle. The defendant is well familiar with huddles, having played football. Huddling is what you do on the field shortly before a play ensues. Basically, football is divided into lots of little mini games. Okay, each one is called a down. Right before a down, you generally huddle. You can go no huddle if you want, but then everyone just does what they want and nobody knows what's happening. So you huddle so the team's all on the same page. You decide where everyone's going to run, what you're going to do, whether you're going to throw the ball, run the ball, or throw first and then run, or whatever, or run first and then throw. It's all kick. There's various options. I can explain sports to you, but I don't have time to really get into depth as I'd like. Anyway, that's basically how it goes. We're just going to look at the clock. So they're huddling right now because something's happening. The judge started about 10 minutes late, called an immediate sidebar, and then went to break, like a brief recess, which means she's leaving. I think she might be back here. Hang on. You can't make this stuff up. We're gonna skip forward just a little bit because we're a couple minutes behind.
Yep.
Jury's entering, all rise.
Okay, jury's here. That's a good sign. As long as they don't get told they can go home for the day, we're happy. This close-up view of Stucco is brought to you by none other than, I think, Sherwin-Williams, because it's painted. Not a sponsor. Don't do it.
May be seated.
Who said don't do it? Someone's humming. Now we stand for the judge, or not.
Court, all rise.
Whoa, my goodness.
Hey. All persons having anything to do with the Honorable G. Marion Carroll, First Justice of the District Court, now sitting in Dedham, within and for the Commonwealth, draw near, give your attendance, and he shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This Honorable Court is now in session. You may be seated.
Yeah, so they do it differently in Massachusetts, if you didn't know.
Right. Good morning, jurors. I hope you had a good evening, and I just want to inquire and see has
If you all
any
watch
member
Star
of the
Wars.
jury had any difficulty following my instructions not to discuss this case with anyone, not to visit any areas that have been mentioned in connection with this matter since yesterday. I see no hands raised and all heads going in the right direction. Thank you. And how about, has any member of the jury read, seen, heard, or overheard anything from any source about any aspect of this case outside of this courtroom since yesterday that has affected or would affect your ability to consider this case in any way as a fair and impartial jury?
What if we underheard, Judge?
Yeah, thank you all very much. All right, with that, I think we're ready to proceed. Commonwealth, is the witness available?
Yes,
Bring out the offering. I mean,
I believe
bring out
we're
the
on cross.
witness. Excuse me.
We are.
Yes, we are still on cross. On my bingo card, I have the witness naming a particular dish that she makes, like her signature dish today for Cinco de Mayo. Let's see if that happens. Bonus points if it is in fact.
Just to remind you that you're still under oath.
Okay.
And Ms. Adams, again, as of the
Cinco de
same
Mayo
as yesterday,
dish.
if you could do your best to keep your voice up, that is appreciated.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Adams, on January 1st, 2026, you sent Steph's girlfriend a text message that later appeared on TMZ's website, correct?
Oh, as they do.
Yes.
Why did you have to think about
And in that
one?
text message, you told Steph's girlfriend that you were so sorry, but you couldn't talk to her, right? Yes. And you told Steph's girlfriend in that text message, I didn't say that, especially in the way it was written. Yes. Right? And you were talking about the statement that you made to the Dedham police, right?
It was a voicemail, and I didn't listen. I read it, the transcript, so I didn't know her voice.
When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026...
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. So
I
don't
haven't
wanna
finished my
answer it.
question. When you told Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026, in a written text message, I didn't say that, you were referring to the statements that were reported in the press that you gave to the Dedham Police Department, correct?
I don't understand your question.
Did you or did you not write those words?
I don't understand your question. Without further explaining.
You can't testify under oath to this jury what you meant by the words you wrote to Steph's girlfriend on January 1st, 2026?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question without further explaining.
You also asked Steph's girlfriend
This is so bad.
to, quote, please call my mediator,
She's going to plead the fifth
and she
next.
will answer everything you need to know, but only in person and confidentially. Right?
Yes.
Your mediator's name is Lynette Marie, right?
Lynette Marie.
Thank you. She's also known as Lynette Marie Turner.
I don't know.
You don't know your mediator's last name?
I don't know her. She's married. I don't know her exact last name.
Your mediator works for a company called LMT Global, correct?
Yes, that's her company.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
LMT, Lynette Marie Turner. It's no coincidence that these line up like this.
I'm showing you a corporate document from the state of Michigan. It is an amended annual report filed by LMT Global Corporation. Can you please read the name of the president of that company?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sidebar.
Beep. We're going to sidebar. You got. If you're just joining us today, you just got a little taste of what we got a lot of yesterday. Don't move the mics, ma'am. Don't be. Those are positioned for. Okay. You got a little taste of what we got yesterday. The whole I don't understand without further explanation. I'm not sure if she understands the English language as well as she thinks she does, even being a native English speaker, which I think she is, because I don't understand the question without further explanation. She's talking about her explaining, not the questioner explaining.
Your mediator, Lynette Marie, issued a money demand to Stefon Diggs on December 29th, the day the criminal complaint in this case issued, right?
I'm not sure of the date.
Well, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
If she recognizes it, yeah.
Do you recognize this email from L. Marie on December 29, 2025, to Stefon Diggs and a number of other people?
No, I don't recognize it.
You've never seen this money demand before?
I seen the money demand after I was. That's it. I don't recognize the email.
Testimony under oath is that your mediator made a money demand on December 29th for money for you from Mr. Diggs.
Money for past wages.
The same day the criminal complaint in this case issued, and you didn't see it?
I can't answer that question.
I'm sorry?
I can't answer that question without explaining further.
Can't answer that question under oath.
Without explaining.
Why is the judge letting her get away with this?
Your mediator demanded $19,000 on that date, didn't she?
For wages owed, yes.
How do you know?
God, I move to strike that.
Overruled. Answer stands.
Sorry?
Answer stands.
Thank you, Your Honor. You've made another money demand in this case, haven't you? Actually, before we get there,
She just doesn't answer.
the
I didn't get a
19,000.
chance to answer the question.
Before we get there,
You got plenty of chance.
Are you withdrawing your
yes,
question,
the
counsel?
question is withdrawn. Thank you, Your Honor. After a money demand for $19,000 was provided to Stefon Diggs, on February 13th, you issued a public statement, didn't you?
Yes.
And in that public statement, you said, I have never sought money to settle this matter, right?
I haven't.
And by the middle of April, you had hired a lawyer to represent you, right?
For workers' comp.
That's a yes or no question, ma'am.
Yes, for workers' comp.
Your Honor, may the witness be instructed to please answer the questions posed.
Witness answered your question.
All right. And for workers' comp, the lawyer you hired, is she sitting in this room right now?
Yes.
And she helped you prepare for your testimony in this case, right?
She came to support me.
She came to the meeting with the Commonwealth's lawyer to help prepare you for your testimony in this case, correct?
I don't know how to answer that question.
You can't answer that question under oath, ma'am?
No,
You met with the prosecutor last Thursday, right? With your lawyer,
I
right?
was told to have a lawyer because you guys asked me to plead the fifth on some things. So I was instructed to have my lawyer come.
So your testimony under oath is that the Commonwealth's attorney instructed you to bring your private lawyer?
or a lawyer that you guys offered a lawyer. So I brought my private lawyer.
I'm sorry, when you say you guys, do you mean me, defense counsel for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
Is your testimony under oath that I had some role in your preparation session with the district attorney's office to prepare you for your testimony in this case?
I was told that the defense said I needed to have a lawyer, or they were going to provide a lawyer, something in that context, about pleading the fifth about messages. So I brought my lawyer, which was when I walked to the side of the judge yesterday.
Your personal lawyer is here today, correct?
My workers' comp.
She's with the law firm of Boston Law. That's a law firm here in Dorchester, Massachusetts.
Ma'am, I think that was, I apologize, but you do need to keep your voice up. I don't know if you answered.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Tell the jury how much I think you described her as a workers' comp lawyer.
I got her because I was injured on the job and I needed to file a workers' comp case. Stefon Diggs did not have proper workers' and comp insurance.
Right.
May
The final portion of that answer will be stricken and you will disregard it. Ms. Adams, if you could just listen to the question, answer the question, and if you need it rephrased, counsel will certainly rephrase it for you. Next
Okay.
question, Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This woman thinks she's winning.
3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Mr. Diggs, didn't he?
Mr. Diggs offered me $100,000
Ma'am?
to recant my statement.
That is a yes.
That is the
Your Honor,
only.
Maybe you be heard at sidebar, please.
Objection moved and strike. Jurors, the last part of the witness's answer, the last part of the witness's response will be stricken as non-responsive and disregarded.
Oh,
and will
my
not consider it
goodness.
During their deliberations.
I mentioned plead the fifth. Now, if we can just get her version of the spicy chicken enchiladas, we will have the trifecta, I think. This woman wants to blurt out all the tea, all at once, regardless of the rules. Donna, you missed yesterday was just as good. It was this plus 10, and it's just picking up where we left off. Simply Nikki, member for 15 months, back to the hospital. Beeps, we go for the heart attack. This just gave me the secondhand embarrassment. I'm sorry. Chris Wallace, member for 34 months. OG, what a day to return. It's a good one. My goodness. Yes, we're the cameraman is fascinated with the watch. It's a beautiful watch. It may be a Rolex. It may be worth more than the cameraman's camera. Or maybe more than the cameraman earns in a year. It probably is. Thanks for another Buck Wild trial. Kells Bells, thank you very much. OG, thanks for being here. Having her entire testimony stricken isn't in the defense's best interest. No. But at some point, they might just throw the case out. Without her testimony, there is no allegation. Is there any reason I should go back and watch? Only if you liked anything you saw for entertainment value or intellectual value or for, just the sheer, argument points of it. Yes. All of yesterday was exactly the same. Simply Nikki gifted a membership. Thank you, Simply Nikki. Steph is agreeing with you. Yes. Is that a mistrial? You think it's a mistrial? Where the jury heard Arkansas Bestie, thank you very much. Where the jury heard that allegedly the defendant offered $100,000 to the witness to get her to recant her statement. Is that a mistrial? Just Stephanie W. member for 26 months. OG. So at home here, thank you for all of for you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, all of you. Mrs. R.A. and the Littles too. Thank you very much. I took a minute to get through that one. Just Stephanie, I apologize. So the lawyer steps up, slides up next to the client, leans over to his ear and says, "So, want to go fishing tomorrow?" He's like, "Yeah, I was thinking of headed down to Keys, maybe." Yeah, just Keys. You could try to set a little boat, go out. Yeah, I haven't been there for a while. No. Not after Barracuda. I'm looking more for maybe some stripers.
All rise, jurors, can step down this way, please.
The jurors are getting kicked out. Here it goes.
Court stands in a recess.
And now we're in recess.
You can step down for now.
Oh my goodness!
You may be seated.
We're not getting to a verdict in this case, guys. We're not. I apologize. We picked a bad one that way. It's not going to resolve the way you think it is. This is supposed to be a one-day case. We're still on the first witness. There are 10 witnesses. The other 9 take 5 minutes each, but this one is taking 2 days. Loves True Crimes. Can you recap what's happened so far today? Let's see. Witness gets on the stand, refuses to answer questions, says, I cannot answer that question. I do not understand that question without further explanation. Which is her way of trying to say, I can't answer that with a yes or no. That's what she's trying to say. But she says, I don't understand the question without further explanation. Then she just gave up the further explanation. She's like, I can't answer that. I won't answer that. The judge is just letting it slide. Like, apparently questions are optional in this court when you're under oath sitting on the witness stand. You know, choose which ones you like to answer. And it's spicy. It looks like this woman is chasing the money, after the money, and going to how did TMZ get a copy of her little message? And then the publicist and the mediator and the demands for money, which have now gone from $6,000, $7,000 up to now that you've hired a professional, $5.5 million, which is more in line with with her claims, I guess. So yeah, it's been this woman's like, hey Amber, hold my beer. Yeah, workers' comp now. TMZ gets everything, real or not. Is this a criminal case? Yes, because she's alleging an assault took place. We're not here for the workers' comp. We're not here for the back wages. This isn't the wage claim judge who's sitting listening to who got paid and who didn't. We're here because she is alleging that the defendant, Diggs, came into her room without permission and strangled her and threw her on the bed and then left after paying her. And I mean, you didn't pay her right then, but paid her the $2,000 and maybe an extra $2,000 and paid her everything that she was owed, apparently. And then 2 weeks later, after any sign of injury was gone, which she already testified never occurred. It was just redness, and it went away really fast. She's testified now under oath to, she filed a statement saying that this assault took place and she was strangled and couldn't breathe and everything else. And there's just zero evidence. In fact, everything seems to show that she was not fighting for her life, but fighting for her position and for money, more money, and hanging out and, milking the system. And got tickets to Atlanta and then changed it to New York so she could hang out with another friend and drive around with them. And it's just weird. Selena, thank you very much for gifting another membership. The video of her dancing was hilarious. Oh, yes. The most important part to me, which we still have not touched, and I'm not sure if we're just waiting for the last minute to do this. I want to see the defense ask her before she's done on the stand, assuming we get there. To reaffirm what happened in the assault. Because the first there was a slap, right? He slapped me with his right arm on the right side of my face. Open hand slap. So right to right. It works this way if you're hitting yourself. If you're hitting somebody else, you have to do it like that, which is a little harder. But that's what she's alleging happened, and she knows it's right to right. So reaffirm that, and then just have her act it out, which she wanted to do in the beginning anyway. Let's let her do it. Act it out. Be like, no, ma'am, that's not your right arm. It's the other right. The other right, ma'am. It's not adding up. Let's see. Just Stephanie, this is a serious concern for her. If with the NDAs that normally are expected in this industry, which is normal. An NDA is a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, I've signed a couple in my day as well. I've signed them for video projects I've been filming on, where say like we're filming for a game show or a TV show where the outcome will not be known to the audience for some time, and we're going to film it weeks ahead of time. So we sign a non-disclosure agreement, and I can't say anything. My son signed one for working with Mr. Beast because he was testing the equipment that was used in the last Beast games, and he couldn't tell anyone about it because then they'd know what the test was. I've signed them when I've talked with companies about programming and making a program for me, and they sign a non-disclosure agreement. They won't tell anyone. It's a common thing in the industry when you have something that's sort of unique, something special, or inside view of behind the scenes curtain what's happening. You sign a non-disclosure agreement. In the world of personal chefs, non-disclosure agreements are very common. And she's using this like he wanted me to sign a non-disclosure agreement to hide the abuse. I don't think that's how it works. But anyway, it doesn't necessarily mean you're hiding anything. No, you're just trying to protect legally from someone else getting all your hard work. Thank you. Red pen, let me post this message really quickly. I forgot to do that. Let me find this. Continued from yesterday. There we go. Pen. I've signed NDAs for cashiering jobs. Yeah, you're not allowed to tell people how much money's in the till, or how much business you do in a week or a day, or when your cash pickup is. There's just all sorts of details that should be protected and are okay. I always think TMZ will pay the NDA for the tea if it's hot enough. Wow. I think the way a lot of NDAs go, the penalty is astronomically higher than the benefit you might get from sharing it. Like in a particular filming NDA that I'm familiar with, if you leak the information, you're personally liable for the full loss that the film would have made. So like gross ticket sales, okay? If you leak the ending to, Star Wars 18 or whatever, I don't know what, I'm using that as an example, obviously. It's not this one, Disney. Then you're personally liable for gross ticket sales for the movie, the entire movie, yourself. So it's usually heavily weighted that way. Let's see. Do we know who's on the witness list? Yes, they read them off during pre-trial yesterday. We covered that. I didn't write them all down, but a couple officers, couple people, a couple employees. That's about it. That pesky NDA was getting in the way of her name dropping. I should make my mom sign an NDA. Do game shows and contestants need to sign? Yes. 100%. Denisha, I'm not sure which one of these entities would be more offended by that association, and it really could go either way. I do believe they're separate, but have some similarities. judge is, by my guess, she's back in her office looking at her calendar for when they can reset this. Oh, I just noticed we can see people moving around in the courtroom on the clock, on the reflection of the clock. There's still people there. Amanda H., good luck. Good luck. Have a great day. I hope you get seated on the jury. Prosecution opening really sold this case. They did a great job. Defense the prosecution opening did a much better job compared to the witness. The defense, I think, did a fabulous open. This won't get the verdict watch. I think the judge is going to throw it out or declare a mistrial here really soon. The judge is getting walked on, and her court is becoming a mockery of the system. Okay, let me switch really quickly to this. Hold, please. See, watch. We've got to fast forward 5 minutes because nothing happened in that 5 minutes. Now we're caught up. So, clock jumped. Can we play the verdict music when they call a mistrial? I guess we should do a vote of how many people think this will end in a mistrial. Would this be the first mistrial we see on the channel? No. I think we've seen another one. Somebody is strategically letting the jury see how unbelievable this witness is. Her credibility is tanking. Alec Baldwin was a mistrial. That's right. Karen Reed, Baldwin. The Treehouse trial. Dick should not ask for a mistrial. He's winning. Here's why a mistrial would be beneficial. Ready? And there's an argument for the other side as well. Here's why I think it would be beneficial. I don't think this witness can keep her story straight from one telling to another. And if this goes to a mistrial, and this has to be done again, yes, it's very expensive to do that, but she'll have to tell her story again on the stand, and it's going to be different. And then you're going to have two sworn statements on the record in this case to compare against each other, and it will destroy her credibility even further. But I don't think they even need to go that way. I think they'll get a different direction. Still can't believe we saw the jury answer no to that unanimous verdict polling that one time. That was up there in Thurston, Washington. How could we forget about Farag? Farag wasn't a mistrial, though, right? He missed his trial because he left during lunch. And then they caught him, a year and a half later, 18 months later, they caught him accidentally. And the judge immediately regretted it and did everything he possibly could to let him go immediately. And then they just haven't called the case since. That's him. That's their solution for Mr. Farag. Her attorney must be going crazy. Well, Jersey Prods, this is something I've been sort of listening for. During this case, the prosecution is responsible for correcting known errors in their witnesses' testimony. You hear that? The prosecution is responsible for correcting known errors, false testimony that comes across on the stand from their witness. I think they're going to have to go up and basically correct some of this that's on because I mean, even the defense was like, your testimony is that we had something to do with your trial preparation? It's nuts. It's crazy. Oh, I love the stubby cooldown message. The size of your writing instrument doesn't impact the power of your argument. It's written just for you. Drama Llama, it's worth backing up and then skipping through the break. I don't know how long we're going to sit here waiting for the judge to come back and decide if this is going to move forward or end in a mistrial. Is there a poly market? Not that I encourage anyone to gamble or bid on anything, but is there a poly market way to bid on the outcome of this case, like right now? Because if there was, I would imagine that the odds of mistrial today are very high, like near 50%. The only Diggs market on Polymarket is, will Cardi B and Stefon Diggs get engaged in 2026? Well, we need to write the question. Can't you submit one? Mistrial on what grounds? It's going to be on a prejudicial jury based on exposure to 403 by the witness after 18 times of being told not to. I think that's what it's going to be. What are they in a box? Why are they in a box on the thumbnail? Because this courtroom is short and squat, and it looks like a shoebox. And then, of course, we just thought it would be appropriate to add a lot of cats in the box as well, because cats and boxes go well together. Joe, I'm worried that she's sitting up there on the stand, just grinning from ear to ear. Pre-counting her money. Cat's fighting as well, yes. Well, if this, which one are we on? Are we on 6 or 7? We're on 6.
There's nothing in the order that restrains you from talking to cats.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just sent me a video of roaches fighting. I don't know who won.
I wonder if we should bring in another judge just so we can watch something while we're waiting for this incredibly long, not sidebar, but recess to end.
I saw a chicken fight.
You know what? I'm really bummed about Judge Middleton. He got that new courtroom, and it's really an old courtroom, and it's like they pushed him to an old room that nobody wanted, and the acoustics are terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, they're so bad. Listen to this.
I got a stuffy little pencil.
I don't know if I did or he did.
It's just, it sounds terrible.
Good morning, sir. Are you Frank Darren Randall? Yes, Your Honor.
Anyway, and he gets that courtroom for his last few months on the bench. So it's too bad.
Have him send someone with more experience.
Sounds like he's having a trial in the bathroom. I know. It's terrible. Why would they do that to him? But I believe you have my stapler. Yes. Now, it's not the most gorgeous courtroom, according to my eyes, but you have to realize that courtroom was built like in the 1800s, and the wallpaper was hand painted. I mean, so there's a lot of history there. You can't just tear it down. The judge is going to have a headache every single day because of the echoes. Red pan. Oh, man. That's no good. I went camping for a week in Wyoming, and I came home, took a shower, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and there was a tick crawling on my pillow. But I've never had one bite me. I guess I must not taste good or something. Arkansas Bestie Sue is giving updates on X, I think. Ooh. We might take a look there. Shelly Small, my grandson got to come home yesterday. In a few weeks, he'll have surgery to fix the problem. Thank you for all your thoughts and prayers. Wonderful that he was able to come home. Hope that the surgery goes great in a couple weeks to fix everything for the long term. Let's see what updates we have available on X. Let's see. Sue O'Connell, up in the Boston area, for NBC 10 Boston reporter. Oh, journalist. Excuse me, not a reporter. Just posted on Twitter that. Show this thread. During the recess, she says, the defense and prosecution chatted briefly. Defense had huddled with Diggs, who looked back at his parents and smiled. So, it's a good sign. Her synopsis. Recess, jurors enter, judge enters. Judge asks the jurors if they've followed all the rules. Maya returns to the stand. Judge reminds her to do her best to answer the questions. She starts answering questions. Sidebar, recess. Or she didn't have that last part, but she's not answering the questions. Maya's doing a great job of dodging everything. I've heard a burning match works, but I'm not sure if that's right. Son's girlfriend is in Maine. She said the ticks are awful this year. Greeners. Oh, Josh, excuse me. With the here we go. Here we go. We're back. What's the update? It's Mila? Not Maya. I thought she... Is it Mila? You have to write it out in crayon so I can pronounce it right.
If you could just use your words.
Mila. Thank you very much. The body language in the court is quite interesting. The slumped shoulders of the prosecution. The folded arms of the defense.
I'm not going to argue about semantics here.
When are we going to break for lunch, Judge?
Okay, here we go. It's going to get loud again.
Everyone's back in session. Maybe seated.
Witness walks back in.
Have them send someone with more experience.
and it's that you're responsible for answering questions that are put to you. If you don't understand a question, you can say that, and I'm sure counsel will rephrase. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function in, and especially trials, unfold in a question and answer format. This is not an opportunity for you to interject your own narrative and evade responding to questions the court deems appropriate. And if you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken. Am I clear?
Yes.
Of the jurors.
All right. The judge finally gave the instruction to the witness that you're not winning. You answer the questions presented to you.
All rise, jurors enter.
If you keep doing this, your entire testimony, if her entire testimony is stricken, it will be the prosecution dropping the charges or a mistrial, period. Or it would be a judgment of acquittal at the very least, because there's no other evidence of what happened in that room. There's nobody else that knows.
May be seated.
Jurors, at this point, I just want to be clear on one point, all right? And it's the following. You may not consider anything you heard that was stricken from the record. When an answer is stricken from the record, it does not exist. And in determining what the facts are from this case, you're sworn to determine those facts solely and exclusively from the evidence presented, and you may not consider any answer that I have stricken. All right? All right, thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
You may proceed. Thank you, counsel.
Where were we?
Ms. Adams, 3 weeks ago, your lawyer demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, correct?
That is client lawyer privilege. I cannot speak on that.
You believe that your lawyer's communications to Stefon Diggs are covered by your attorney-client privilege, ma'am?
I can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that question.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs, don't you?
I have a workers' comp claim, and
Your Honor?
I've explored all civil options.
Ma'am,
I don't understand.
are
the
you
question.
able
I'm sorry.
to answer
No.
that question?
No, I'm
Counsel,
not
restate
able
the
to.
question, please.
You know that someone on your behalf has demanded $5.5 million from Stefon Diggs.
Do you know that, Miss Adams?
No. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer the question. I don't understand.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Her lawyer knows.
Before we direct, may we be heard at sidebar?
Of course.
Thank you.
Her lawyer, who was in the room, knows the truth. There is no lawyer out there who does not talk to their client before making a $5.5 million demand on somebody. Oh, we got a news cameraman doing the slow reveal. Well, there goes your money, ma'am. Someone's yelling in the hallway.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yesterday, defense counsel showed you a form about that you filled out to the police.
Yes.
And they made a point that you're the hand, but not the forearm and elbow. May I approach? I'm putting a form in front of you. If you could just take a look at that and look up, recognize it?
Yes.
And
She recognizes that one.
I may direct the witness's attention. Could you read right here when it says the expected injury? Or?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
Is there anywhere on that form where you do note the forearm and forearm being used to choke you?
Objection.
Yes.
Sidebar.
That was highly inappropriate. That was refreshing her recollection without her saying that she didn't remember. Now, maybe the prosecution can say, well, defense asked the question and she didn't remember on that, so I'm refreshing her recollection here. But just handing something to her, saying, read right here, now let me ask you a question. Ouch, that hurts. That doesn't sound right. About that fishing trip. I love the word defenestrate. Throwing something out the window. It's awesome.
On cross, I believe there's some questions about the text messages leading up to the assault.
Yes.
And, do you have still a binder in front of you?
Yes.
Do you mind opening to section 3 and to pages ending in 114?
She's way ahead of you. She's way ahead of you, counselor.
Okay.
Would you mind reading the text messages from page 114 to 117?
Here we go.
And I'm running that bitch life. The next text message doesn't say anything. I won't be paying you shit.
And would you mind just saying who's saying it?
Okay, I said the first. I and running that bitch life is what I said. Mr. Diggs said, I won't be paying you shit. Fuck, I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high, bitch? Who the fuck give you money for your business? Who the fuck gotta give you money for your business? I don't gotta do a motherfucking thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them to come take the money then. Fuck you talking about. I said bet. Pussy. I said pussy. Show me I'm pussy. Will do. That's it.
In your experience as a personal chef, is it common practice that when chefs get sent away, they get paid for the week that they get sent away?
Yes.
Objection.
Because that's the only job I have.
How's that different from anyone else
And,
with a job?
I know on cross it came out that you made a public statement where you said, I have never sought money to settle this case. When you said this case, was that referring to the criminal case? Or?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Very briefly, Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
That series of text messages that you just read, that was in response to you saying after you were fired by Mr. Diggs, you will be paying me out for the season and the money, I'm sorry, and this is on page 113 of Exhibit 3. You will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my fucking time being here because you got a fucking circus going on, right?
Yes.
So when he said he wouldn't be paying you, he was referring to your demand that after you leave your employment on December 2nd, he nonetheless continued to pay you $2,000 a week for the rest of the New England Patriots football season while you were not working for him, right?
That's not how it goes.
You will be paying me out for the season, right?
I was a contracted employee.
It's a yes or no question, ma'am.
I don't know how to answer that question. Sorry.
And before you said that, if you turn just one page back to page 112, what Mr. Diggs said to you that you were responding to was, I'ma leave you be. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. I appreciate you. Hate it even got to this. That's what you were responding to when you told him he would be paying you out for the season, right?
No, it's a full context of those messages.
Ma'am, was the message that came from Mr. Diggs that preceded your demand that you be paid out for the season, thank you for cooking for me this season. I appreciate you. I'ma leave you be.
Can you say that again?
You can look right down there on page 112. I'ma leave you be.
What was your question?
I'm not finished. Thank you for cooking for me for this season. You can read along and correct me if I get it wrong. I appreciate you. Hate it even got like this. Right?
That's what it says, yes.
Okay. And you were really hoping that Mr. Diggs would give you some money so you could open your own restaurant, weren't you?
Objection.
That was our agreement.
That was what you wanted him to give you, right?
That was an agreement.
Ma'am, is this a contract suit?
Objection.
This is an assault.
That objection is sustained. Witness doesn't have to answer.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. Thank you.
There's no question in front of the witness.
You wanted him to pay you to open your own restaurant, right?
I want him to pay me past wages.
Okay. Just one moment, Your Honor, please.
Potential $2,000 of past wages. That's not open your restaurant money.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Commonwealth calls Kenneth Ellis of the Devon Police.
We're in the wrong career. We all need to learn how to cook. Please don't, that's not a tipping chair, sir. Does it have a rocker on the bottom? 4 on the floor, please.
Just watch your step. You're going to remain standing and face the clerk. Thank you.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Let me sit or stand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, see?
Go right ahead. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, it's Kenneth Ellis, Ellis.
And what do you do for a living?
Dedham police officer.
And how long have you been an officer at the Dedham Police?
18 years.
And what's your rank?
Patrolman.
And prior to being an officer at Dedham, did you go anywhere else? Were you an officer anywhere else?
I was not.
So prior to being an officer at Dedham Police, did you go through any sort of special training or academy?
I did. I went through a police academy in Randolph.
And how long was that? What did you do in the police academy?
It was about 25 weeks, I believe. Everything from law, different aspects of the law, criminal law, constitutional law, motor vehicle. We had emergency vehicle operation, firearms, report writing, first aid, things like that.
Turning your attention now to December 16th, 2025. Do you recall if you were working that day?
I was.
And do you know what shift?
I was working the day shift, 8 to 4.
And were you out on duty, patrol? What were you doing?
I was assigned to the front desk.
Okay. So when an officer is assigned to the front desk, what are their duties?
You basically just any walk-ins. Sometimes we have the business phone rings, the non-emergency line.
When you say walk-ins, is that just someone literally?
Yeah, anyone can walk. It's people, ranging from may I use the restroom, or I'd like to make a report, anything. Yeah.
Is it a
anytime
punishment
someone comes in
to be on the front desk?
And during that day, did anyone come in?
Yes.
And do you know who that person would be?
We had, Mila Adams.
And when this person came in, you didn't know who that was at the time,
No,
right?
no.
Okay. And she came in. What, if any, observations did you make of her when she came in?
She sat down on the bench and she was crying.
All right. And did you approach her, or did you wait for her to approach you? How did that?
I actually went. Normally, I speak over the phone. There's a phone to talk to the people in the lobby.
Like behind glass?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's like almost like a smoked glass. But because of her demeanor, I went out to speak to her in person.
And
is that protocol?
Did she want to talk to you at first?
No, she did not.
And why?
She asked if there were any female officers working.
And what did you say?
I actually went back to the shift commander's office and I checked the scheduling sheets, and it appeared that there was not one until 4 p.m. that day.
So what did you do?
So I went back and I let her know, and I just told her that she didn't feel comfortable giving me a statement towards anything. Then that's okay, and if she could come back at 4 o'clock. And then I went back to the desk, I believe, for a bit.
And then what happened?
Then she called me back over and said she would like to give me a statement.
And where did you talk?
So right after you enter the lobby area, there's double doors, and then to the right of the double doors, there's kind of like an interview room. So we do fingerprints for like civilian things, gun permits, things like that.
And what did you talk about?
So she just wanted to give me a statement without mentioning anyone involved.
So what do you mean she didn't want to mention anyone involved?
Well, she said, I would like to tell you something.
Sustain.
Okay. But eventually, did you come to learn the identity of the person that she was talking there about? And
I did.
Who was that person?
She identified him as Stefon Diggs.
And how many times did you talk to Miss Adams?
Just that time in person, and then I believe there was multiple emails, and then it was probably 2 more times on the phone, maybe 3.
I want to draw your attention to the binder in front of you.
Sure.
Do you mind looking at that first, flip the page to that first one, that first tab? There's something in front of you. This is what was previously marked as Exhibit 1. Do you recognize what this is?
Yes, that was. Those were screenshots of text messages that she forwarded me.
So those are the messages that she provided you, right?
Yes. Yep.
That one page, yes. At the conclusion of all your communications with her, what did you do?
So that day, you mean, or
just at the, I guess, end of? Would you call this an investigation? I don't know enough the police term.
Yeah. So like once
incident, I don't know.
At the end of it, which was about 10 days or so, maybe 8, 9, 10 days from the time that she originally reported it, I ended up filing a criminal complaint.
Against whom?
Mr. Diggs.
And for what?
Was assault and
Overruled.
Assault and battery, and strangulation or suffocation.
All right. No further questions.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Was that his water?
I'm going to start at the end there.
I don't remember
Thank you
him
for
drinking
being
it.
here.
Sure.
You said you've been a Dedham police officer for 18 years?
Yes, sir.
You just told us a little bit about the investigation, I think is what the DA just described it as. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Yeah, and so that involved what you just said. You took a statement from Miss Adams, you exchanged emails, you got a couple phone calls from her, and then you got a voicemail from her asking you to go to court, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then that's what you did.
I did contact a phone number of Mr. Diggs twice, left voicemails, and was not able to speak to him.
That phone number, you don't know that that's his, correct? You didn't speak to anybody.
One of them I did use the TLO service to confirm his name. It was a 240 exchange.
So I just want to be sure here, Officer Ellis. You called the phone number, correct?
Yes.
You didn't speak to anybody?
No, I did not.
You spoke on the phone to Miss Adams, correct? You spoke in person with Miss Adams on the 16th, right?
I believe it was the 16th, yes.
Right. You didn't speak to any other people, correct? That's
No.
the only human being you spoke to.
No, there was another attorney I spoke to, but I don't believe from your firm.
Okay, so some other attorney.
Yes.
All right. You didn't get any photographs, right?
No, there was none presented.
And there was none to take, right?
Not from me, no. Absolutely
Right, because when Miss Adams walked in and you observed her,
Yep.
you didn't see anything on her body that said, I should document that.
I did not, no.
And your job is to document what's important, right?
Correct.
And that's where you write a police report.
Yes.
And so about December 16th, you did write a police report, correct?
I did, sir.
And that was documenting the conversation that you had with Miss Adams, right?
Yes.
And you said you've been a police officer for 18 years. I imagine you've written a lot of police reports.
I would say so.
Okay. And you've spoken to a lot of folks, correct?
Yes.
And you know that you write that report to record all of the important information that that person has, right? To document it.
Correct.
And that's what you did in this case, right?
To the best of my ability, yes.
Yes. And so when you spoke to her on December 16th, Miss Adams told you that there was a dispute over text message with Mr. Diggs, correct?
Yes, the initial disagreement, I suppose.
Yeah, and
started
that the
over
disagreement
text
was
messages.
about money,
That's-
right?
that's what I
That's
was
what
told.
she said.
Yes.
She said they were arguing about money over text messages,
Correct,
right?
correct.
And then he came into her room and this thing happened, correct?
That's what she told me.
Okay. And then after that, she left her position, right?
That's what, yeah, she said, yep.
Meaning her job.
Correct.
And then she told you she did go back to the house on December 9th to get her things, to get her belongings, correct? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And then the next thing she told you was that she, in that interim period, after she left her position, she went to New York City on December 2nd to be with friends, correct?
Yes.
And when she said that, those were her friends, right?
That's what I believed.
Right. You didn't think she was going to go see somebody else's friends, correct?
No.
Yes. And it'd be important to you to know if those were Stefon Diggs' friends, right?
I suppose.
That'd be important to your investigation,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Okay. And so another thing that was important, I think you already talked about, that was Exhibit 1. You got that right in front of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so Miss Adams had said there was an argument over text about money that ended in a physical altercation, correct?
Correct.
And you asked her for the text messages, right?
I believe she offered them, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes.
And you took them because
Yes.
accepting the text messages that led to physical altercation would be important, right?
Correct.
You want to have that.
Right.
You want to document that.
Right.
All right, and so that's what that is. You received those from Miss Adams by email, correct?
Yes, I did.
And then you documented them, you saved them, and they're sitting right there in front of you right now for trial, correct?
Correct.
All right. And looking at those text messages, if somebody deleted messages from that before they ever sent it to you, that would be important for you to know, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
If those weren't complete.
Correct. It would.
You would want to know that.
I'd want the whole picture, correct. Yeah.
Okay. If I may have one moment, Your Honor.
This entire thing was charged on the testimony or the statement of one person.
I have no further questions. Thank you. No redirect. Commonwealth rests.
All right. Thank you.
Commonwealth rests. Take your water. Don't want anyone else drinking it. Now we go to sidebar. Now we get a judgment of acquittal. This is crazy. The worst thing they have on Diggs, I think, is he can be a little crass in his language. But even that was in response to an attack. I'm trying. Whoa! Somebody just sneezed and scared the daylights out of everybody. About that fishing trip. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm trying to look at this from the other side and say, what if this happened in a situation where no one else saw? Wouldn't there? What would be different if it really happened? Like if what she's saying is true, what would be different about this scenario? A little crass. Picture evidence might be a big one. Especially where she did have a phone in her possession, right there with her, that she was using moments before he supposedly came in. Possibly communicating with other people, trusted friends, family. But it doesn't always happen like that. Coming forward sooner, yeah. It seems strange that she, we've got videos of her dancing and driving around in a car up in New York and having a good old time between when this happened and when she was crying in front of the police station.
All right, the Commonwealth rests. Any evidence for the defense?
Defense calls Michael Perry.
If you could just remain standing, watch your step, and face the court, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. You may sit as well.
Everyone's bringing half-drunk water bottles.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for the jury?
Yes, my name is Michael Perry, last name Perry.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I do digital forensics for a company called Level Blue.
Okay. And how long have you worked for that company in
Level
that role?
Blue? Essentially 15 years through a number of acquisitions. Level Blue recently acquired Strauss Friedberg, who I worked for a number of years.
All right. So you've been in your position for a number of years, essentially with the same company. The name has changed at the top of the header. Is that fair to say?
That is.
All right. Prior to that, what kind of experience did you have?
Your Honor, Commonwealth would stipulate that this witness's credentials.
All right, thank you. I'll leave
I'm
it
gonna
to your discretion.
Move along. Thank you. So just quickly, prior, what was your experience to working for the company that ended up becoming Level Blue?
I worked for Strauss Friedberg. Prior to that, Aon. Then Aon acquired Strauss Friedberg. Strauss Friedberg acquired Elysium Digital. So that was kind of the progression. But I held the same position.
Okay. And before that, did you work as an investigator of any kind?
I did. I worked for the Plymouth County Sheriff's Department as a digital evidence analyst.
How long did you do that?
It was about 5 years.
Okay. So my math is correct, you've been analyzing digital evidence for about 20 years then?
That's right.
And do you have to undergo certain kinds of specialized training on how to do that?
Yes.
And I imagine if technology is developing, you have to kind of get retrained on that fairly often. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
Right. Do you have any experience in dealing with digital data with regard to iPhones?
I do.
All right. And can you just describe kind of when we're talking about digital data from a phone, what does that mean? What does that look like?
Digital data from a phone is, data stored on the phone is extracted out. So I have special tools, forensic tools, that I use to connect to the phone, pull all the data that I can from it, and then I load it into some applications to look at the data and find out what data is stored there. And, I can put together reports of data that might be relevant to a case.
Okay. And so when you say data, what does that mean?
So for a phone, it would include the things that you would use your phone for. History of phone calls, text messages, pictures that you take with the phone, maybe some internet browsing.
Right. So when a user does all those things on a phone, is there kind of information recorded inside the phone tracking the user's movements?
It can, yeah. Whatever the user does with the phone typically is stored on the phone.
Understood. I'm going to ask you to take a look at the binder in front of you, Mr. Perry. I'm going to ask you to turn to, I believe it's marked C.
Okay.
You see that front page there. It looks like it says Celebrate at the top right corner. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. What are we looking at there in Exhibit 3?
This is the first page of a report that I put together after preserving one of two of Mr. Diggs's phones. So this is the first page of one of those reports.
All right. And so the report you're talking about, fair to say that's a number of pages there in Exhibit 3, correct?
It is.
All right. And that contains data from the phone that you just mentioned from December 2nd. Is that fair to say?
That's correct.
I'm going to ask that you turn the page in Exhibit 3 to, there's a little number on the bottom right corner that says 113 on the right. It ends 113, I should say.
Okay.
All right, so I want to kind of direct your attention here to the two messages in the middle of the page. The first begins, you will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business, and continues. Do you see that kind of blue bubble that we're looking at there?
I do.
All right. What are we seeing on the page here of the report when you see the blue bubble on the left and the green bubble on the right?
So this is an exchange of messages from the two parties. And you might think like, oh, I know blue bubbles and green bubbles. That's familiar. Like blue bubble is an Apple iPhone and a green might be an Android. But in this case, it's just to distinguish between the two parties. So the color doesn't really mean much here in that both parties had iPhones. So these are all just iMessages. But the report is in conversation view. So it's meant to look like you're looking at a phone. And so, the owner of the phone, Mr. Diggs, is the messages on the right in green, and on the left, they're messages from Miss Adams and they're in blue.
Okay. And fair to say, in terms of Mr. Diggs and Miss Adams specifically, that those are, you don't know Miss Adams, correct?
I do not.
You're just going off of the contact information in the phone and the cellular phone number on the page?
That's correct.
Please turn to the next page, ending 114. So, looking at this box on the top left corner of the box on the left, that page has a bubble that says, "In ruining that bitch life." Is that fair to say?
Yes.
All right. Up in the top left corner of that, there are two phone numbers. What are those two phone numbers? What's the significance of the data in the top left corner?
They're it's the contact information for both parties that are in this conversation. So you have a from number. The stored contact name is Mila Chef. And then you have the two, which is the owner of the phone who's receiving the message. That's the numbers in the top left.
Okay, and so would those be the two phones having the conversation in the iMessage chat?
Yes.
Kind of going down to the middle of the page, it indicates there's a time there that says 12/2/2025, 5:35:01 p.m. UTC plus 0. Can you explain what that means?
Yes, that's the time stamp when the message was read. And UTC is it's a universal time coordinated, which just means universal time, which is the time basically in London at the time. And it's kind of like a standard to base timestamps off of, where at the time of this message in December of 2025, we're not in daylight savings time, so our time zone is -5. So Eastern is -5 from that UTC time.
All right, so the UTC plus 0, you would need to subtract 5 to get to Eastern Standard?
That's correct.
All right, and so looking down at the bottom here of that same message, in the bottom right corner, it says 12/2/2025, 5:34, 43 seconds p.m. UTC plus 0. What's that?
That's the time the message was delivered to the phone.
And when you say the phone, that would be the user's phone?
That would be the user's phone, Mr. Dix's phone in this case.
And again, the same calculation would apply. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So that message was delivered to Mr. Diggs's phone at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
That's correct.
Looking at this box, the kind of corner, the bottom right corner we just talked about, you said that's when it was delivered to the phone, the user's phone. Is there any way any other way, I should say, for one of these blue boxes, one of these messages to appear in an iMessage chat?
No, I mean it's just sent from the user that's part of the conversation that we see here.
Okay. And so the user in the right on the green, is there any way that that person could create a message on the other side of the conversation?
No, a user is not able to insert a message into a conversation just on one side of, in their own phone.
So a user could insert messages into iMessage on their own side of the conversation, but not on the side of the person they're talking to.
They can only send the message. They can't go into a conversation and just put a message in there. It has to be sent in that two-way communication.
Conversely, if the user of an iPhone wanted to erase messages on their side of the iMessage chat, would that be possible?
Yes.
If, just directing your attention to the bottom right of page 114, there's a green box on the right. That's a message Mr. Diggs sent. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. If that message were deleted, would you be able to tell from the data that was extracted?
Possibly. Okay. And the reason why is that on an iPhone, if you delete a message, it actually gets retained for 30 days. So if you have an iPhone, you can go back and recover that message. Maybe if you deleted it by accident or something, you can recover it within 30 days. After 30 days, it's not recoverable.
All right. And so you could see the data for 30 days if a user deleted it, if you extracted their phone, correct?
Within that 30 days.
All right. How about if they deleted it and you just looked at the screen?
If they deleted it and you looked at the screen, no, you'd have to go to the menu and look at recently deleted.
Understood. If I may have one moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Just a few more questions, Judge. Apologies. I'm going to ask you, Mr. Perry, to turn to Exhibit 4. That's marked D. And I only got a couple questions for you on this. So I'm going to ask you to turn to the page that is marked 182, the bottom right corner.
Okay.
All right. And so, fair to say there's a message there that in the bottom left corner says, reacted to, all good. You know, I try not to make things bigger than what they are. You got your own life and things you deal with. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. So going to the time in the bottom right corner of that message, it says 12/11/2025, 8:37, 21 seconds a.m. UTC -5. Can you explain what that means time-wise?
Yes. So this is UTC -5, which means it's Eastern time because it's in December. So it's Eastern time zone. And what that means is for this report, after I preserve the phone, I load it into the application, my forensic application, and it parses the data that I extracted from the phone, and it recognizes that it looks like this phone is in Eastern time zone. Would you like me to translate the timestamps into that? And for this one, I hit yes, and so it's giving us a timestamp that's translated to Eastern time where the phone was used. The other report, I must have hit no for that, and it was just UTC.
Okay. And so Exhibit 3, there is no conversion in the actual report. In Exhibit 4, there is for the time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Commonwealth, any questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
For the Exhibit 3, this extraction, when did you perform this extraction?
This extraction was April 13th, I believe it was.
And Exhibit 4, when did you perform that extraction?
I believe that was the next day.
So is that these text messages were sent in December?
December 2025.
So the extraction report you did in April was beyond the 30 days, right?
That's correct.
So if someone had deleted messages from this, you wouldn't be able to tell?
Not from looking at this phone, no.
All right. Nothing further.
Anything further?
No.
Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What a letdown after the first witness. Or the first witness really brought the fire. These are just factual. The stark difference between the two sides is something else.
Just watch your step. You're going to remain standing facing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
You may sit or stand, whatever you feel comfortable.
You can sit or stand, whatever you feel comfortable.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name?
Janelle Sales, S-A-L-E-S.
Where are you from?
Maryland.
What do you do for a living, Miss Salas?
I am the Chief of Staff to Mr. Diggs.
You say Mr. Diggs, is that Stefon Diggs?
Correct.
How long have you been Mr. Diggs' chief of staff?
Since July 2023.
What are your responsibilities? What do you do day to day as his chief of staff?
I manage all the moving parts. It also varies between during the season or off season. Calendar management, vendor management, and I'm pretty much the liaison between his marketing and talent agency. If I need to speak to finance, anything that comes up with his agent, anything personal, family related.
Sounds like quite a bit there. Okay. You said it varies by whether it's in the off season or the season. What does that mean?
So during the season, the calendar is pretty much structured for about 20 weeks, depending how long it goes, from camp all the way until the end of the season. So there's a strict schedule day to day, pretty much from 7 to 6 p.m. And then off season, it varies between training, traveling, and other business commitments.
Okay. And so you've been saying season and off season. Fair to say Mr. Diggs is a professional football player?
Correct.
Right. And so that would be the football season?
Correct.
You said that in the off season, in the regular season, there is kind of schedules that you have to liaise with the team on, correct?
Correct.
Right. In the off season, it's more a schedule that you and Mr. Diggs can set then?
Correct.
When is the football season? What time of year?
Preseason, I would say July. So that's when we start preparing for camp. And then it starts, the actual NFL preseason is August. And then the official NFL season begins in September.
Okay. And when does it end?
If you go all the way through, January and February.
All right. So December is during the
season.
NFL season?
Regular season.
Regular season. Mm-hmm. Among the things I think you just mentioned that you have to kind of arrange is living arrangements, places to live.
Correct.
All right. And have you lived in different places? Or have
Correct.
you helped kind of secure housing over different places?
Yes.
And where's that been the last few years?
When I first started with him, it was between Buffalo, Houston, Miami, and then as of the past season, Dedham, Massachusetts.
All right. How did that house in Dedham, Massachusetts come to be the place where Mr. Diggs lived?
I got connected with a realtor through a mutual business associate, and he found this open home for rent because the goal is to rent a home. And so they found this space, and we looked at it. We did the walkthrough, and it was pretty much the only one that was really available in the area because it was super limited, and it fit the needs. Let me just
stop you there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you were involved essentially in setting up that house?
Correct.
All right. I want to talk to you for a moment as well about other employees, contractors, those types of things.
Okay.
Are you involved at all in hiring or kind of arranging different services?
Yes.
Right. And so what would those be, generally speaking?
During the season, it would be his wellness and maintenance schedule. So it's massage therapists, nurses for his IV therapy, hair, nails, esthetician, just pretty much did regular maintenance on his body to just keep him going throughout the season.
Okay. And in terms of any other employees, have you had to try to, arrange for flights,
Yes.
drivers?
Correct.
What about a chef?
This past one, we were just familiar. He was friends with her.
All right. Let me go back before. Have you hired chefs before in the
Correct.
past?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Yes.
In terms of just kind of the process of hiring drivers, chefs, masseuses, anybody else, is there a normal process for engaging someone for their services?
We vet them out. I typically have I ask someone that was already a trusted resource, and I vet them out through them. We get paperwork. We come to agreements to terms. Sometimes they have a contract. Sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they have an NDA, sometimes they don't. It really is dependent on the relationship, and also, especially if they're new, they get the full on package, basically. NDA,
All the paperwork you just
W-9,
described.
correct.
Okay. So you mentioned you didn't have paperwork for the most recent chef. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
And what's that person's name?
Mila
Do you know Mila's last name?
Adams,
All right. When did Mila Adams start working as the chef?
July of 2025.
Where did she work?
In Dedham at the house.
All right. Did she live in the house as well?
Correct.
Who were the other people who spent time in that house and or lived in it?
Spent time in it. I spent time in it when I would visit for games. His brother visited, one of his childhood best friends, photographer, videographer, mom, and other business associates and any friends that would come and visit.
Okay. Were there kind of permanent or assigned bedrooms in that house?
There was a general understanding of whose room, who stayed in which room, and pretty much if you got there, it's like first come, first serve. So there was only just 2 assigned rooms.
All right. Did Mr. Diggs have an assigned room?
Correct, he did.
And where was that house?
It was the main primary bedroom. When you walk upstairs, there's the first immediate bedroom. There's a landing and a laundry room, and it's the first immediate bedroom to your right.
All right. You just walked us in the house there for a moment. Could you just describe what the layout of the downstairs looks like?
So generally, there's a big grand foyer. When you walk into the house from the front door, there's a formal living room. To the right, there is a office to the left. When you walk up, it's about 2 steps, and you go up, there's a formal dining room on the right. And then you walk up, it's an open concept, so it's an open living room and an open kitchen to the front of you. To the left of that is the stairs going upstairs to the 4 bedrooms. And then there's a stairs that go downstairs, right underneath the stairs that go up to 2 bedrooms in the basement.
Okay. Did Miss Adams have a room in that house?
She did.
Where was that?
So when you walk upstairs to the landing part, to the 3rd floor, you walk up the second flight of stairs, which is about 4 or 5 steps. There's a bedroom to the right. And then there's 2 bedrooms to the left. She lived, her room was the last bedroom all the way down the hallway on the left side.
I think you just described that this was an open set.
Yes, it's open. Right. So it basically looked like there was a bridge, like a U bridge from the upstairs looking down, because the middle of the house, you can look down and you can see everything.
Okay.
And you can look up and you can see the hallways of both going into all 3 bedrooms.
Understood. So, different people at the house. Did you have a key?
I had a key to the front door.
Okay. Were there any other security systems set up at the house other than just locks?
The garage, and then doors for like her bedroom and his bedroom.
Okay. And that is that.
And his closets.
All right. Any other measures on the house?
Garage door. I know there was a ring camera system, an alarm system, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Got it. So I want to direct your attention to December 2nd, 2025.
Okay.
Were you working that day?
Yes.
Where were you?
I was at the house. It was the day after the Monday night football game, and I had a hair appointment because we were getting ready to leave for a trip.
Where were you going?
Miami, Florida.
Who was going to Miami, Florida?
Miami trip consisted of Mr. Diggs, myself, his brother, his childhood best friend, and another close friend of his.
Who had made the arrangements to get that group of people to Miami?
Me.
When did you start making those arrangements?
The week prior, once we figured out the logistics. I typically try to do things a few days prior just because of the requirements that some of the travel vendors need from us and because it's such a busy week. So I try to book as soon as possible.
All right. What was going on in Miami?
He had Art Basel, which is a art festival, art fair, and he was showcasing he was debuting his furniture line.
Right, so Mr. Diggs has a furniture line?
Correct.
That week, was he not working? Was he missing a game? What was happening?
So Monday night, he had the Monday night football game, and it was going into his bye week.
What's a bye week?
Bye week is pretty much the 1 week that the NFL gives to players where they're pretty much off. They just have to report back on the scheduled day that it's typically like 4 or 5 days off, no meetings. They can go on vacation. They come back that Monday.
All right.
Regular scheduled programming.
And the plan was to go to the Art Basel, is what it was
Correct.
called?
Correct, yes.
In Miami during the bye week?
Yes.
Anything else going on in Miami?
We were also celebrating his birthday,
What day is his birthday?
November 29th.
Right. So his birthday had already come and gone, correct?
Yes.
All right. And was there a birthday party that week?
There were at his house or in Miami?
In Miami, I mean.
In Miami, correct, there was.
You mentioned that there was a game the night before. What time's a Monday night game start, if you know?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock p.m.? So you know when it ends?
Probably midnight, and we probably didn't get out of there until like 2 a.m.
Got it.
Maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
So that morning you said you were getting a hair appointment?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that?
It was at the Dry Bar in Chestnut Hill, and my appointment was at 10 a.m.
How did you get there?
I drove.
Do you have a car?
No,
Whose car did you drive?
I drove Mr. Diggs' car.
Got it. And how long did that
kind of
take
car
you
was
to
it?
get to the hair appointment, if you remember?
About 30, 35 minutes because of traffic and the weather.
You mentioned that there was a Ring video system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to take a look at a video that is on Exhibit 11. One moment. That's fine.
We're on HDMI 1. The cable is not connected. Simple fix for this would be to connect the cable. She had to take the Bentley to her hair appointment. Man.
Council, do you need a minute? Because I can take the morning recess now if that's helpful.
I think it's coming right up right
That's
down
okay,
here.
whatever.
Thank you.
See the cable's jiggling. We're plugging it in. Samsung not a sponsor, by the way.
All right,
Hang on.
let's do this. Let's give you a second and everyone. Oh, wait, here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh, that is a nice car.
Yes, if we could play that.
Zoom. Don't think that's a Honda.
For the record, that's a video ending in the number 602. Do you recognize what we just saw there?
Yes, that's Mr. Diggs' Maybach.
Okay.
His
And
Maybach.
what's happening?
He left for work.
Where were you?
I was in the car,
You don't
probably
put a
waiting to leave
diplomatic
and
plate on
warming
it.
up the car to go.
Okay. And you weren't in that car that we just saw
No,
drive out.
I was in
correct?
his Porsche.
It's a tough job.
I'm happy to continue, Judge, but we have a while further, so it might make
No,
sense.
that's fine. Why don't we take, jurors, why don't we take the morning recess? I think there should even be some coffee back there for you for a moment, all right? Thank you. All right.
All rise, jurors can step down this way, please.
Got the Maybach and the Porsche. How much is a Maybach worth? Maybach worth. Judge was set on a recess. She was going to release the jurors anyway.
The jurors have exited. This courtroom stands in a morning recess. Please wait in the hallway. Thank you.
150 to 200,000 at the low end. It was not a Kia. Lizzie, oh my goodness, you need to go back and watch witness number 1. You need to watch witness number 1. Both days.
Yes, Chief, we just took it.
Yeah, you don't want the lemon Maybach. You want the good one. Cars are probably leased, not owned outright. Correct. It's not like he's building his collection. He just wants something nice to drive. Hate when people with a lot of money are put at risk for this kind of BS, and this makes victims look bad. Yeah. We're still trying to figure out what happened. And the only person who's told us that something happened is, I would say, not believable and thoroughly impeached. But the jury might see differently. All right, while we're at break here, judge is set on having an afternoon break, a morning break. Let's see, who do we have? Judge Boyd is live right now. Somebody tried calling me and then hung up right after the break was over last time. If you call now, might have time to talk. Just checking. Simpson's doing landlord-tenant. Who's this? Oh, different judge. So the other day I made some calls to home repair people, trying to get them to show up and, you know, give us a bid on replacing a little bit of soffit and fascia woodwork on our house. And I guess all the handyman businesses have the same phone company, because it's like, please leave your name and the reason for calling, and we'll check and see if the phone owner wants to talk to you or something. You get a message like that. It's like, we're screening our calls, see if you can get by. And so I left my message. I said, hey, here's my name. This is what I'm looking for. And all of them, every single one of them was like, the person you called is not available, and it hangs up. Like every single one of them screened my call and then turned me down. And so we started calling more and more, and sure enough, I'm getting more and more of these. So we ended up calling like 7 home repair people. And then yesterday during the live stream, they all started calling me back. Hey, I missed a call from you. What are you looking for? I'm like, well, you know, and so I have like 7 guys coming out to bid. They're all going to be here at the same time. They're all going to show up. They're like, really? Really? You called the whole squad? You called everybody? But I'm hoping that at least one of them will give us a bid. It's a new iPhone feature. I don't like it. It was me who called. Legally Blonde, what do you have to say? What's going on? I have my iPhone set up that way. What? I hope I don't have mine set up that way, because I already double screened. I mean, I check caller ID and then I hear you have a call from. It's an iPhone thing, but only 2 show up. I'm hoping for 1. Maybe I should turn that on. I already had a prank call today. I'm sorry I took it during the girl's testimony while she was on the stand, or maybe it was the police officers. But the lady called asking for Dwayne, and I said, could you hold on for just a minute? He's in the bathroom. She's like, sure, I'll hold. And then without muting the phone or anything, I yelled at the top of my voice. I'm like, Dwayne, the phones are for you. Get off the toilet. And the lady's just busting up laughing. And my family comes running in, because they didn't get to hear the fact that I was on the phone call. They just heard me yelling for Dwayne to get off the toilet. Then I told her she had the wrong number. So, can't believe this even came to a trial. What a ridiculous joke. It's to help against scam callers. That's how Grandpa ends up at home. Dwayne spends so much of his time in there. I just didn't have time to. Does the RA family know about Dwayne? Yes. I've tried to get my kids to answer calls for Dwayne. I'm trying to teach them the ways of Dwayne. I thought you were having a meltdown. No. That was it. Personal assistant seems to be a good one. I've actually got family members who do this job. They're a personal assistant for executives. And it is a tough job, especially if the executive is, depending on their personality, it can be very, very difficult. Extremely demanding. Chief of staff is one of the hats. But my family member, you get the call day or night. I need a plane to take me from here to here in 45 minutes. And you just make the connections. And it's crazy to be working with that sort of. It's a crap job. It's brutal. It's brutal. But it can pay very, very well. My first job was personal assistant to a tile sales rep, international stuff. Nice. My son has a personal assistant, loves him. Book title, The Ways of Dwayne. Not doing the Ways of Dwayne book, but I will tell you that I'm working on an app idea I had years and years ago. I've been working on to see if I can actually make it happen. It's a game. It's a game that I'm trying very hard to make sure it doesn't violate any anti-gambling laws. But we'll see how we do. Hello? Hello?
Hello there. Yes, am I speaking with Mr. Bourne?
You are. This is Dwayne.
Morning. My name's Kevin, sir. I'm
Kevin,
calling you
how
from
are you
the... I'm well. Thanks for asking. I'm calling you from Travel Now in reference to travel credits. It's unused vacation time, sir. Do you still travel like that? Resort stays, cruises?
Mostly I do like high-end stuff, so I don't like going with the masses. I'm at the point where I
don't blame you. The cruise, it's an all-inclusive, and you can get all-inclusive too for the resorts, but there'd be a fee associated with that.
I'm cool with all-inclusive. I'm more into like buying out the cruise ship and being the only one. Do you have that option? I'll go.
An entire cruise ship. How much are you willing to pay for that for that to happen?
It usually runs between about $750,000 and $1 million a day, and I try to do it like no more than 2 weeks at a time.
Well, yeah. Anything beyond that would be imprudent, I suppose.
No, I just have to get back to do business.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, you get back to business. Nice talking to you.
Yeah,
Take
you
care,
too.
sir.
You should go on a cruise with me sometime.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Bye. I just don't like crowds. I'll take the cruise, but don't let the crowd come with. All right, just on cue, they call me. I tell you, I don't know what it is, but what was a good number? It's got to be more than that. It's got to cost more than $1 million a day to rent out a cruise ship, right? It's not a good week for selling cruises. They're all booked up by one guy. One guy. I offered him to come with. That was the nice thing to do. Say, hey, come with me. Anything beyond 2 weeks would be imprudent. Yeah. Not that it's expensive. It's just, this money won't make itself. So, you still get all-inclusive? Of course. I'll get the whole ship to myself. Maybe you can get a ferry boat for me in a day. It's the hantavirus cruise. That's the one. Now, isn't there a cruise ship that was refused port just recently because they had like 3 people die? Is that the one you're talking about? When you're booking a whole cruise ship, usually your chief of staff does. Greeners. I should do that. I should be like, look, you need to talk to my chief of staff. They book all my vacations for me. We'll see if we can. They'll call back. They always do. We'll get them in a bit. There's a hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship right now, so you might be able to get tickets for cheap. Okay, so hantavirus, if I understand this correctly, is the mouse poop one, right? That's when you've got rodents and the rodent dust, the rodent produced products gets dusty and gets airborne. Okay. Apparently this version is human to human. Oh my goodness, it's the zombie ship is what it is. We're going to have to we're going to have to eradicate it for the sake of mankind. That was not the cruise ship you wanted to be on. We're just going to have to have them continue just sailing around the Bermuda Triangle or something until they just either disappear or it sinks.
The zombie apocalypse may be upon us.
Lifetime cruise for those that are on it. Unfortunately, it might be short. They believe that a couple from Argentina that did some sightseeing with animals might have brought it on board. Did they catch a mouse and bring it with them? I should book the cruise and invite all the subscribers. That would be a true crime cruise. They have those. They have true crime cruises. But you know if you go on one of those, someone's going to wind up dead for real. It's just statistically with the people who are there, it's got to be shady. It's got to be shady. That's why I don't do cruises. Okay. Depends on the size. Kevin, thank you. Thank you for getting the answers here. But Royal's biggest ship costs $5 million for a 5-day cruise to charter. So $1 million a day. I wasn't far off. And you could probably get a smaller one of the Norwegian or something for $750,000. Sorry, I don't want to be in a documentary with all of you. Are they in verdict watch yet? No, we're still in defense's case. Have you heard of the people who just book an endless sequence of cruises because it's cheaper than retirement? Yes. I'm not sure if I'd want to do that. I mean, I've never been on one cruise, let alone an endless one. Just hire a super yacht. Those are expensive, though. Kim says we leave for Italy, Greece, and Turkey in 16 days on Royal Caribbean. I hope you have an illness-free cruise, Kim. I think you've been on a cruise before. There's a series of crime novels involving Angela Merkel, and she also had a murder case on a cruise ship. Mathis, by the way, thanks for sending me the document early in the morning this morning. I was awake when it came in, but we'll have to read that maybe on lunch break or something. I'm a travel agent. I would love to organize a group cruise. Could you get us a cruise in the Grand Canyon, Kevin? I realize the water depth may be an issue for some of the larger boats, but get creative and see what's out there. Maybe some sort of barge or pontoon cruise boat. I think there's got to be a way to do it. Grand Canyon cruise. It'd be the first one. I have some travel credits I'd like to apply towards it as well. Let's do a Recovery Addict cruise. You know, the people that would book that are not the people who are watching true crime. We would have like AA meetings and buffets. That's all we'd have. The whole cruise long. AA meeting down by the pool, buffet in the evening. Nothing wrong with that. It's just we would attract some people who have no idea what true crime's about. Grand Canyon, but avoid Las Vegas. It's okay. The water runs out before it gets to Vegas anyway. Shelley Small, I would not get on a cruise ship because I have this fear of the ship falling over on its side. This is a legitimate fear, Shelley. This is. I've seen videos. I've seen videos. They just look tippy, especially in a storm. They do whitewater trips at the bottom. Oh, the paddle wheel. Yeah. The steamboat. The paddle wheel steamboats. Desert cruise. Good ideas, all of these. You saw the thumbnail, purple coconut. It was the cats that drew you in, right? The fighting cats. Kiss cruise ship is landlocked in Vegas this year. All-inclusive, 3 days. A cruise ship in a city that never leaves. Just right at the dock in Vegas, where there's no dock. Most of the weight is in the bottom. It takes tremendous effort and skill to capsize a modern ship. So you're saying there's a chance. That's all I hear. That's all I hear. You're saying there's a chance. I'm a cruise addict. Tammy Lee. They sound amazing. Although being around that much water and not fishing would just drive me nuts. How long is this break? It was the morning break, so I think we've got about 15 minutes. So we should be over soon. Okay, isn't that river like extremely polluted? Like it's like sailing up the outflow of a sewage treatment plant. It's like really, really bad, right? I don't know my geography. What country is that in? It might be India? Or is it China? I don't know. Somebody tell me. Okay, we've got some motion in court. Might just be someone tripping on the camera cables. Just off 3900 south of Salt Lake had a paddle wheel boat in the late 80s to 90s. Is that by the RC Willie or is that like 5400 south? Addresses are. It's been a long time, John. It's been a long time. Dissing on the river. Okay, somebody tell me where the river is. Where's the Yangtze River? I would say I'm like 90% sure that's either in India or China. On the brighter side, the more you go up the river, the cleaner it gets. I'm not sure if you can get far enough up the river to get it clean. China is the Ganges. China. Oh, it's in China. The Ganges is in India. Okay. Do 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 do. How do you pronounce the Embarrass River? Ganges? It's the Ganges. Okay, enough geography now. I didn't do well in that class, not even on national. It's actually pronounced Wabash. All right, we're ready to come back to court. If we can get a little bit of audio. On cue. It's up for the bailiff.
Jurors enter and all rise.
Need some WD-40 for that chair. A little bit of a squeak.
May be seated.
Court, all rise. This honorable court is back in session. You may be seated.
I may resume, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Salas, we just watched a video off of Exhibit 11, and I think you said that was Mr. Diggs going to work?
Correct.
What kind of car was that?
A Maybach.
Okay. You said you were in a Porsche warming the car up?
Correct.
I'm going to ask you to, first I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to play a video there ending in 610. I'm going to ask you to watch that, Ms. Salas.
It's not on the screen.
So if we can replay that, you can get a look at it, Ms. Salas. If we could pause it right there real quick. All right, so do you recognize what that video depicts?
Yes.
What's that?
It's the Porsche leaving the house.
Who's driving
Me.
that? That's you leaving the house?
Yes.
All right. And if I could direct your attention here, the time on the exhibit is 9:26 Eastern Standard Time on December 2nd, 2025.
Correct.
Does that sound about right for when you left the house that morning?
Yes. Because my appointment was at 10 a.m.
Okay. So looking at that image, can you tell us, kind of just orient us on what we're looking at there?
The car, so that's the front of the house, and there's a long driveway that goes towards the back of the house to a 3-car garage, and a driveway where you can probably fit maybe 2 or 3 more cars in the actual plot in front of the garage.
All right. Is there a way to enter the house through the garage?
Yes, there's an entry door going straight into the grand foyer of the house. There's the basement entry, stairwell, a powder room on the right, the entry stairwell to the basement to the left, and when you walk straight, there's a grand foyer. In front of you is the dining room, and then the formal living room, and then to the left is the living room and the kitchen.
Okay.
And the stairwell going up to the 3rd floor.
Going upstairs.
Yes.
All right. And so did you go through the garage to drive that Porsche out that morning?
Yes.
Do you remember getting back to the house?
Yes.
Do you remember what time that was?
It was in the afternoon after I had ran my errands from my hair appointment.
Okay. What I would ask is if Miss Silva could play a video with the last 3 numbers, 637, off of that same exhibit, Exhibit 11. If we could maybe replay that one more time.
1
It's
o'clock,
only about
right on
3
the
seconds.
dot when she comes back.
All right, so do you recognize what that depicts?
Yes, it's the car returning home.
And is that you driving the car?
Yes.
All right.
How can you tell?
The timestamp on that indicates it's 12:59:59 Eastern Standard Time, so it's just about 1 p.m. Is that consistent with your recollection of when you got
Yes.
home?
Yes.
What were you doing that day after you got your hair done?
I was coordinating our travels because I was getting updates from the airport regarding the change of airports, change of planes, and trying to just get everybody together to be ready to leave by the end of the night.
So you were working?
Correct.
And was there an area where you worked in the house?
In the kitchen, in the small little dining table, like in between the kitchen and the living room.
Okay. I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to play one more video for us. That's going to be 183725 on Exhibit
Let me guess.
11.
Mr. Diggs coming back in the Maybach? We have to be able to see. Still can't see.
If we could try to replay that one more time as well. All right, so it looks like she's paused it here, a second into the frame. Do you recognize what's
3:38.
depicted in this video?
It's the Maybach coming home.
All right, is that Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
The timestamp on that looks like it says 15:38 and 51, so maybe 3:39, 3:40 p.m.
Yes.
Is that consistent with your recollection of when you got home?
Yes.
You said you were working that afternoon. Do you know where Mr. Diggs went in the house?
He likely went to say hi to his brothers and then went straight upstairs to take a nap because it's the day after a game.
Objection. Sustained. Okay. Where were you sitting?
I was probably walking around the house, either the kitchen, probably going up and down to the basement because I was probably doing laundry, just running around the house.
Sustained. That response is stricken from the record.
You can't say probably.
So
You
let
have
me
to
ask you-
testify to your knowledge.
You mentioned that you remembered doing something with flights and getting to the airport.
Correct.
What is that? What do you mean?
So, because one of the airports that we usually travel frequently at, the Norwood Airport, there's limitations on the planes, and especially if the weather is bad, they typically recommend that we fly into another airport, which was Bedford.
Bedford, Massachusetts?
Correct.
So is that to say the weather was not great?
Correct.
December 2nd?
Correct.
That day,
Mm-hmm.
when you're making these phone calls, sending emails, doing whatever work you're doing to coordinate, you said you were downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anybody else walking around downstairs during that afternoon?
Mila was there, his brother was there, and his childhood best friend, and another friend was also arriving in, who had flown in to go to Miami with us.
Okay. You said Mila was there. Did you see her that afternoon?
Yes.
What did she look like?
She looked like she was going to work out. She had workout clothes on. She complimented on my hair. Just regular, just walking around the kitchen, probably around the house. Nothing out of the usual.
Okay. That afternoon, did you, is that the only time you saw Miss Adams? Did you see her again as the
Towards
day went on?
in the evening. Closer to the evening.
So after dark?
Yes, it was because it was getting dark at like 3 o'clock at that time. So by like 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe closer to 4:30, it was like dark.
Okay. And so sometime after that, you think you saw Miss Adams again?
Yes, because I was sitting in the kitchen and she had asked me if I purchased her flight.
The flight, was that a flight to Atlanta?
Correct.
And when you spoke to her that afternoon in the kitchen, did you observe anything on her face?
No.
Anything on her neck?
No.
Did you see any redness or swelling?
No.
Was she crying at all?
No.
What was she doing?
She was walking around looking for a piece of a paper and a pen to write a card, write a note to him for his birthday gift.
When you say to him, is that to Mr. Diggs?
Correct.
And that's that November 29th birthday you just referenced?
Yes.
That afternoon, was there anything on Mr. Diggs' schedule?
He had ozone therapy and massage.
So is that a nurse who comes and does fluids?
Yes.
And a massage, you said?
He has a massage therapist.
What time were those appointments?
I believe I told them both to come at 5.
Do you remember if those individuals actually appeared at the house?
Yes.
Did they?
I believe so.
That afternoon, you said you purchased a flight for Mila Adams to Atlanta?
Yes.
Did you arrange to get her to the airport?
Yes.
What time did that happen?
Probably in the 7 o'clock hour because you have to be there an hour before checking in your bag, and it took about 45 minutes to get to the airport. So probably between 7 to 7:30.
You think about 7:30?
Yeah.
And so, did she leave the house around 7:30?
She should have left around before 7:30 to get to the airport on time if she was checking in a bag.
And you saw her prior to that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So is it the encounter you had in the kitchen?
Yes.
With the pen And the card, I think you mentioned?
Yeah, she was running to go to his room to put it on, I guess, his gifts that she was giving him.
Did you end up speaking to Mr. Diggs later that evening?
Yes.
And did you see any of those, the card or the presents that you
Yes, there were 2 boxes on his bed from Chanel. One he had opened up and he put on after his massage, and we were getting ready to leave. I told him, we got to pack, we got to go, we got to make this flight. He put the beanie on. There was another box that was unopened, and then there was a green Post-it with whatever note she had on it telling for his birthday.
All right. Prior to speaking to Mr.
She got him a beanie for his
prior
birthday?
to arranging for
Yes.
Miss Adams' Uber, did you hear anything that afternoon?
No.
Any screams?
No.
Slam doors?
No.
Anything out of the ordinary?
No.
Do you know if Miss Adams cooked dinner that night?
It was like a hot dog. It was like and there was like mustard on it, but it was like left on the counter and it was like dried up. And then in the room, it was like dried up. So there was like 2 that were made.
Let me back you up on that. Do you know if she did cook
She
dinner that night?
microwaved 2 hot dogs.
Where did she do that?
In the kitchen.
And what time did you see that?
I just remember the food being like prepared
Okay.
already.
And you mentioned it was a hot dog or something like
Yeah,
that?
it was like a hot dog, or like, you know, like Auntie Anne's when they have like the pretzel dogs. It kind of looked like that, but it just looked dried up.
Okay.
Microwaved. She microwaved 2 hot dogs. Dinner's ready, guys. Come and eat.
That night, did you all leave for Miami?
Yes.
If I may have one moment.
That's her signature dish. I got my bingo. We got that's her dish. That's her thing. Hot dog and mustard. Dried hot dog and mustard.
I just want to recap on one issue.
Okay.
I think you said Miss Adams complimented your hair. Did she tell you anything else?
No. She was like, "Oh, your hair's getting long and it looks good." I was like, "Thank you."
Okay. Did she tell you she was assaulted,
No.
strangled?
No.
You're the chief of staff?
Correct.
I have no further questions.
I'm over here to impart.
Thank you. Good morning. And it's is it Sunny?
Yes, that's my nickname.
And that's is that SUNNYNIE? Is it?
SUNNY and then SUNNI.
Okay, so both ways. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So, right now you are the chief of staff. Is that right?
Correct.
And how long have you been Mr. Diggs' chief of staff?
Since July 2023.
And prior to that, what was your position?
I manage his household, but it was part-time.
Where?
In Maryland.
And how long did you do that?
September 2022 up until July 2023.
And prior to working for Mr. Diggs, what did you do?
I have been an independent consultant. I have been a project manager, event producer, and I consulted for companies for almost at that time, since 2017.
And right now, how much do you get paid by Mr. Diggs?
I would say between 90 to 100,000 a year.
And when you were,
that's a good job.
What was the term of the previous job? The house manager?
Yes.
Oh, how much did you get paid when you did that?
I was on retainer for $5,000 a month.
And you mentioned you went to Art Basel?
Correct.
And how long was that?
That was we got there Tuesday evening up until the events were all the way through the weekend that Sunday.
And what kind of events were there?
There was a showcase of his furniture line, his birthday party, just, showcasing his new furniture line.
But so, and you went to these events?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for any of these events?
No. Like physically? Like my own money?
Yeah.
No.
And did you have food there?
Yes.
Did you have to pay for your food?
Not with my own money.
So.
With my company card.
Okay. So.
Yes.
Thank you. You mentioned driving one of his cars. What car was that?
It was his Porsche.
Is it a nice car?
Yes.
How often do you drive that one?
If I need to go run errands, if I need to do something, I will use the car as an insured driver.
And when you say run errands, is that personal errands or errands for Mr. Diggs?
Both.
Okay. How often do you go on trips with the staff?
As needed, specifically for business trips, more so.
Okay. On December 2nd, you were at least at some point in the house, right?
Correct.
And you saw Ms. Adams?
Yes.
So she was there in the house?
Yes.
And you saw Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
So he was there in the house?
Yes.
Did you, was there any time that day where were you following Mr. Diggs the whole time?
No.
Were you following Ms. Adams the whole time?
No.
So there a time when both of them were outside of your range of being able to see and
Yes.
hear? Have you been to Ms. Adams' room before?
Not all the way inside, but I knew which room she was in.
So you had not been inside that room before?
Not when she occupied it, but when we did the walkthrough, I was.
Okay, so when you were first looking at the house?
Yes.
But that day you were not in that room?
No.
Okay, so whatever could have happened in that room, you were unaware of anything that could have happened in that room?
Correct.
Your Honor.
Sustained in that form.
Is it fair to say that you have a financial interest in Mr. Diggs doing well?
Objection, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
If he does well, do you do well?
I think we collectively do well.
So yeah.
Yeah, even outside of financially.
Is he a good boss?
Yes, he's great.
Do you want to continue working for him?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Anything else for your witness?
Her wanting to retain her job is not a strong untruthfulness factor flag.
I just have one question for you.
Yes.
You mentioned that you got to drive the Porsche.
Yes.
All right. Would you lie under oath to get to drive the Porsche and work for Mr. Diggs?
What does that mean?
It's part of lying under oath, your job.
What? I'm sorry. Can
is, is your job to lie, or would you be truthful?
I'll be truthful.
Okay. Who else got to drive that car?
Mila and anyone around the house, if they needed to use the car, they would drive it.
Did you see Mila drive that car?
I've seen her drive the car before.
I don't have any other questions.
Anything else for this witness comment?
When you say just other people around the house, about how many people does Mr. Diggs have working for him?
Employed, one.
So then otherwise they're all just contract or?
Correct.
Do you know about how many?
Depending on the job, as needed.
Okay. Do you know in
Objection, Your Honor. We're now outside the scope of the redirect.
Overruled.
Just in December, do you know?
I couldn't give that to you on the top of my head.
Nothing further.
Thank you very much. You may sit.
Thank you.
Defense calls Juliana Stratati.
Watch the tip. You can remain standing and face the court.
Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Let me sit or stand.
She nods vigorously. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for the jury?
My name is Juliana Stratoti, Stratoti.
Are you from Massachusetts?
Yes.
What do you do for work?
I'm a registered nurse.
Right. Where do you work?
Full-time I work at Mass General Hospital, and then I have a side, a per diem job at the Drip Bar.
What is the Drip Bar?
Drip Bar is a wellness and hydration service. It's a franchise, but we have a location in Foxborough.
Okay. And so what do you do as a nurse for the Drip Bar?
Provide like wellness services, hydration, like extra therapy for people that you don't get prescribed, like at a hospital or through your primary care physician.
Does some of that involve making house calls?
Yes.
On December 2nd, 2025, did you do some kind of treatment, a house call that afternoon?
I did.
And where was that?
At Mr. Diggs's house.
All right. And had you been to that house previously?
I had.
And that was at 7 Schoolmaster Street in Dedham, fair
Yes.
to say? Do you remember what time you got there?
Most of my appointments were 4, 5, or 6 o'clock. I think that day I got there at about 5 o'clock.
I may approach, Your Honor.
Yes, right in.
I'm going to put an image in front of you. I'm going to ask you to take a look at that and tell me if you recognize what that is.
That's me ringing at the front door on the Ring camera.
All right. And is that a fair and accurate depiction of you arriving at the house on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit as Exhibit 12.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Be so marked.
And I'm going to show you another photograph and ask you to take a look at that.
That's me leaving the house on the Ring camera footage.
All right. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of you walking out of that house in the afternoon of December 2nd, 2025?
Yes.
I would move to admit as Exhibit 13.
No objection, Your Honor.
Thank you. Be so marked.
13. I'm going to put Exhibit 12 back in front of you and ask you, there's a timestamp at the bottom right corner.
Your Honor, may we be seated in sidebar?
Yes, of course.
Sidebar, improper. This is what the prosecution did to their last witness, or to their first witness before the defense objected, and now they're objecting, saying, "Good for the goose, good for the gander." We'll see if this is allowed in. It was not allowed for prosecution. You can't show something to someone first and then ask them questions about it, see if they remember.
Powell's objection is sustained.
Sustained. Can't show them that.
A moment ago, I think you described when your appointments routinely were. Do you recall what time you got to the house in Dedham that afternoon on December 2nd?
That day I got there at 4:50
Okay. PM?
p.m.
And do you remember when you left the house?
According to the Ring camera footage, it was.
Let me ask you this. Do you remember when you left the house?
I don't remember exactly the time, but all of my appointments were roughly 45 minutes to an hour long.
All right. And so on December 2nd, 2025, do you think, how long do you think you were in the house?
Probably about an hour.
In the house, when you were doing the treatment, where did it actually occur physically inside the house?
In the living room.
So then fair to say you were in that house that afternoon for about an hour, maybe a little less?
Yes.
Okay. Anything out of the ordinary that day?
Not that I recall.
Hear anything unusual?
No.
Did you see anything unusual?
No.
I have no further questions.
May I?
Yes.
Cross-examination.
Good morning still. Had you gone to Mr. Diggs' house prior to this date?
I had.
And how many times have you done this before?
A handful of times, I think. Before that was 2 or 3.
Okay.
After that was a couple.
And without you saying the actual names of any of your clients, what kind of clientele do you have with this job?
It depends on what services they're looking for. So kind of all across the board.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
Quite trustworthy. Seems honest. Stephanie Anastasi is up next. Lawyer, you know, Peter Tragos tweeted, that should be a mistrial and the case should be dismissed with prejudice. The victim saying the defendant offered her $100,000 to recant cannot be cured. It's over.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing
doesn't seem to
shall be the
care.
truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You sit or stand, whichever you prefer.
That's how we started the day. If you missed it, it's worth going back
Good
and
morning.
watching.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
My first name is Stephanie. My last name is Anastasi, Anastassi.
Just like it sounds.
And do you live in Massachusetts, Ms. Anastasi?
I currently live in Rhode Island.
Where do
nervous.
you work?
I work in Massachusetts.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a massage therapist.
Are you employed in that work?
Yes.
Who do you work for?
The Right Touch Day Spa in Attleboro, Mass.
And you provide massage therapy treatment to clients? Is that
Yes.
right? And as part of your work, do you need to visit clients in their home?
I do that separately on my own, on the side.
I
Not,
see.
it doesn't have anything to do with where I work currently.
Okay, all right. And as part of your work treating clients, are some of your clients professional athletes?
Yes, sometimes.
All right. And was one of your clients in December of 2025, Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
All right. And how did it come about that you were providing treatment for Mr. Diggs?
I used to work for the Celtics back in 2019, and whoever I used to work for, he's a physical therapist. He connected me with Mr. Diggs.
Okay, thank you. And you would provide massage therapy for Mr. Diggs at his home?
Correct.
About how often per week would you do that?
Twice a week.
All right. And where in the home would you provide that treatment?
Sometimes it was in the living room area, and sometimes it was in his bedroom.
Did you need any special equipment to provide your treatment?
He provided that. I do need some special equipment, yes.
I see. So there was the equipment in the house?
Yes.
I
Massage
take it you
tables.
used a table?
Yes.
Any other equipment?
Towel.
No, just a massage table, and I would use my cups, which is for cupping.
I see. Okay. Thank you. How long did a typical treatment take?
It's a suction cup.
Between a 90-minute to 2 hours.
And did you give Mr. Diggs a treatment on December 2nd, 2025?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember approximately when you arrived at his home for that treatment?
It was between 5:45 and 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. And how did you get into the house?
I rang the doorbell, and Sonny opened the door for me.
Okay, thank you. And what happened next?
Then I asked Sonny where he was or where he would like his massage at. She told me he was in his room, and that's where he would like his massage. So I went and grabbed the massage table. It was in like a computer room. And I brought it upstairs, and he was laying in his bed, and I started setting up the table.
All right. And was Mr. Diggs, do you remember what he was doing when you walked in other than laying in his bed?
I think he was falling asleep a little bit, but I wasn't sure. It was just laying down.
Okay. So I take it you began the treatment?
So first I set up, I grabbed the blankets and stuff, and then he fell asleep. So I texted Sunny, and I was like, hey, can I wake him up? And she said yes. So I ended up waking him up, and then he got on the table.
Okay. And about how long was the treatment that day, if you can recall?
It was between 90 minutes to 2 hours usually. It was more towards the 2 hours than the 90 minutes.
All right. And did anyone come into that while you were performing that treatment in that 90-minute to 2 hour window?
Yes. Mila Adams came in the room at the time.
Okay. And how did you know Mila Adams?
I seen her in the house. I've seen her multiple times in the house.
Okay. Have you ever spoken to her?
Yes, we've had conversation.
Okay. So while you're performing the treatment, can you just explain to the jury what you saw?
Yeah, so I was working on his right side leg, and because the door is in front of me, and I can see whoever was walking in. She was walking in. She saw that he was asleep, left, and kind of came back at a later time. When she came back at a later time, he kind of woke up because he was asleep, and she kind of went over to the bed, and she asked him, there was something on the bed. She asked him if he was going to keep it, and then he said yes, and then she turned around and left.
And were you able to see what was on the bed?
It was a black box, but I'm not sure what it was or what was in it.
And did you ever have any occasion to look in that box?
No.
All right. How did Ms. Adams appear to you when you saw her come into the room those 2 times?
She seemed to be okay. It's nothing that I wasn't used to seeing in the past.
So she looked to your eyes the same as she had in
the
time
past.
You saw her?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see any marks on her face?
Not that I recall, no.
Did you see any marks on her neck?
No, she had a black jacket on, so I don't think I could see her neck, but I didn't see anything on her face at the time.
And did she seem upset at all to you?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. All right. And Miss Anastasi, do you remember when you left the house that day?
It's probably between almost 8 o'clock, 7:30 and 8 o'clock that day.
Okay. Thank you very much. No further
Of course.
questions.
Good afternoon, Miss Anastasi. Oh, sorry, good morning still, actually, Miss Anastasi.
Hello.
You said you had previously worked at the Celtics, and is it like kind of word of mouth that you got a job working for Mr. Diggs?
Yes.
In your line of work, how important is word of mouth in order to find new clients?
It's very important.
And outside of just actual, I guess, technique and skill, is discretion and care of how you, because you're working with some high-profile people, is that also an important aspect to have?
I don't understand the question.
I'll withdraw it. Nothing further.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. You may step down.
And Your Honor, the defense calls Melissa Goddard.
Just watch your step. Remain standing. You can face the clock.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may sit and stand.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure. Melissa Goddard, Goddard.
Thank you. And what city do you live in? City and state, please.
Boca Raton, Florida.
Right. And are you employed?
Yes, I am.
Where are you employed?
At PMG Private CFO.
And what is PMG Private CFO?
It's a boutique financial service company. So we do accounting, tax planning, tax prep,
estate planning,
budgeting.
Wills.
We handle everything financial, data collection.
And lottery.
And is one of your company's clients Steph Diggs?
Yes, it is.
Right. And do you work on Mr. Diggs' account?
Yes, I'm his client manager.
All right. And how long have you been the client manager for Mr. Diggs' account?
Since November 13th, 2023.
Okay. And can you just briefly describe how Mr. Diggs' account is structured?
Sure. He has the personal side, which we call concierge, and the business side. So the personal side is his life personally, but because his person is a business, it transfers also over into businesses. And then he has several businesses that we operate.
Can you just very briefly identify the different businesses that
Sure. Diggs Deep LLC, which is for his name, image, and likeness. Liam Brands International, which is a clothing brand. CV Passem, which is a furniture brand. And Diggs Deep Foundation, which is his charity organization.
All right. And so those businesses that you just described, are those handled on the business side of his account?
Correct.
All right. And then there's a personal side or a concierge side to handle his business. To handle his personal expenses.
Correct.
Okay. And up until, starting before October 2025, so from 2023 to 2025 October, which side of his account did you handle?
I handled daily business transactions for the most part.
Okay. And did you have a different colleague to handle the personal kind of concierge side?
Yes, the practical everyday concierge side we did.
And would expenses for private staff be handled on the business side or the concierge side?
The concierge side.
Okay. And did something happen in the fall of 2025 that caused you to take over responsibility for the concierge side?
Yes, we had an associate leave.
Okay. So the associate left, and then were you responsible in the fall of 2025 for both the business and the concierge side?
Yes.
Okay. And did you have responsibility at that time for payments to Mr. Diggs's private chef?
Beginning of November, yes.
Okay. Beginning of November 2025?
Correct.
And do you recall, well, what did you do when you took over responsibility for those payments?
I was notified at the beginning of November that the data collection program that we used was updated so that personal payments needed to be made. And one of them was for the chef, and I asked, catch me up. Does she have a contract? How do we pay her? Does she have a W-9? Does she have an NDA? Just general information, like, what do I do? And
who are you talking to when you were getting this information?
Sunny.
And who is Sunny?
Stefon's personal assistant.
Okay. All right. Do you recall receiving an invoice from Ms. Adams on December 1st of 2025?
Yes.
And do you recall what that invoice was for?
It was for 3 weeks of services in November and reimbursable expenses.
Okay. What did you do with that invoice when you received it?
I checked. Well, immediately I knew that it was incorrect because I had paid her weekly for 2 of those weeks. So it raised a flag. I needed to figure out, had I made a mistake or had she made a mistake? And that caused me to look a little bit further into the reimbursable expenses. We're much more structured on the business side, so I usually audit those before paying them.
Okay. So when the flag was raised and it caused you to look a little bit deeper, what did you do to look a little bit deeper?
I pulled up every payment that we made to her for the last 18 months, as far back as I could go. And then I went through every receipt and reimbursable that we paid her for the last 6 months at that time.
Sorry. And at the conclusion, so would you describe that as a kind of an audit?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you receive an invoice and it's incorrect, I want to know, is it our mistake or was it her mistake? So I wanted to make sure that we had paid her correctly.
All right. And what did you learn from conducting your audit?
That she had submitted receipts multiple times over the course of 6 months, the same receipt, that she had submitted reimbursements for packages sent that were paid by our Federal Express account for reimbursement, that we had overpaid her.
And were you able to quantify the amount of money that she had been overpaid based on your audit?
Yes.
And how much money was that?
I think the total was $2,500 and change at that time, with an additional $744 that maybe was legitimate. I couldn't substantiate because there wasn't a date on it, so that was more in a gray area.
Okay. Did you ask Ms. Adams for more information about the money that she was seeking?
Yes.
How did you do that?
I contacted Sunny and asked for her email. I gave my phone number, even my personal phone number, so that she could reach me, because sometimes they're in different time zones. I reached out to her twice.
Okay. And did you ever hear back from her?
No, she never responded.
Did you tell Mr. Diggs what you had identified, at least from the audit that you conducted?
Yes, he called me. We spoke about it on December 5th.
All right. And what was his reaction?
He's like, get me a report. And he had wanted to make sure that she was paid. And I told him I would get him a report, and he was fine.
In the course of conducting your audit, or actually, strike that, Did there come a time when you were aware that there was some paperwork not completed that you would have expected to be completed?
At the beginning, when I took over, I asked for those things as, I think it was the beginning of December when the invoice didn't match what I had. You know, I'm buttoning things up. It's the end of fourth quarter. We're closing out the end of the year, so I wanted to make sure we had everything. So, you know, I was going through everybody's paperwork. But yes, it was about the beginning of December I realized we don't have her paperwork.
All right. And did you do anything about that?
Yeah, I had asked Sonny to, I had mentioned to Steph that I think we should get one. He said to coordinate with Sonny, which I did on December 4th. And I didn't receive anything, so I followed up with it as I normally would.
And how did you follow up with it?
I asked Sonny if she had collected it, and I emailed Mila asking for it.
Do you remember the date on which you emailed Mila for it? Sorry, Ms.
December
Adams.
8th.
December 8th.
Mhm.
Did you follow up again with Ms. Adams, if you can recall?
I did not, because Steph said not to worry about it.
Okay. Just one moment, I'm sorry, Heather.
Oh, you want to refresh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Refresh recollection? Okay, go for it.
Just to look at it. Ms. Goddard, you just testified that you followed up with Ms. Adams asking for the NDA on December 8th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was incorrect. It was December 13th.
Okay, thank you. All right, no further questions, Your Honor. Counsel, care to report?
Just briefly, good afternoon now. Miss Goddard, have you ever been to Mr. Diggs' house in Dedham?
No.
No further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
Defense calls Shy Charles.
Just watch your step and remain standing and face the clock.
Okay, thank you.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may sit or stand.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please state your name for the record and spell your first and your last name?
My name is Shy Charles. It's spelled Xiacharles.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I own a hair salon and I braid hair, natural hair.
And where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York.
You said you own a salon. Do you have an actual physical location?
Yeah, I
And
do.
is that down in the New York City area as well?
Yes, it's in Crown Heights.
How many clients do you have roughly?
Too many to count. I have lots of clients.
Okay. Is one of them Stefon Diggs?
Yes, it is.
How do you know Mr. Diggs?
I started doing his hair when he played for the Buffalo Bills.
Do you know how many years ago that was?
I'm not good with dates, but whenever he last played for the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you actually do Mr. Diggs's hair, how long does that process actually take?
I'd estimate probably about 3 to 5 hours, anywhere between that. Yeah.
And where have you done Mr. Diggs's hair?
At his house. He travels a lot for work, so wherever he needs me to do his hair, I go.
Is that true of other clients you have as well?
Yeah.
Imagine that's not cheap.
Have you been inside Mr. Diggs's house in Dedham?
Yes, I have.
All right. Do you know when he lived there?
I don't know when he occupied the space, but I could tell you the first time I went there to do his hair.
When was that?
It was when the season started with the Patriots, probably about July, September, around that time last year.
So that'd be 2025?
Yeah.
Okay. And had you been in Mr. Diggs's and other clients' house to do their hair previously?
Yeah, I have lots of celebrity clients, and obviously they wouldn't want to come to the salon, so I go to them. So wherever they're at, I go meet them there, whether it's a hotel, their house, wherever.
All right, so it sounds like September or July, fall of last year was the first time you were in Mr. Diggs's home in Dedham, but not the first time previously.
Yeah, first time in Dedham, but not like elsewhere at his house. Wherever he lived before that, I would go.
Got it. And having done that, did you meet some of the people who were normally around?
Yes.
Do you know a person named Sonny?
Yes.
Who's that?
His assistant.
Right. Did you meet any other family members of Mr. Diggs?
Yeah. Everybody that's in the house, his brothers, his mom, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet a person named Mila Adams?
Yes, I have.
Who's that?
It was his chef at the time when I met her.
And so when did you meet Mila Adams?
At the same time I went to the house for the first time, so like around July, September, whenever the season started with the Patriots.
Of last year?
Yeah.
Did you meet at the house?
Yeah.
And how much time were you at the house kind of the first time you met Miss Adams?
Probably like less than 24 hours or around that time, because I know I had a client the following day, so I just had to come do his hair. But that was late in the evening, and so I had to leave the following day. Yeah.
Okay. And so you met Miss Adams at that point, but did you speak to her?
I did, because I had to go to Walgreens to get some products, and so I asked anybody in the house if they needed anything, and Mila said she needed a sponge, a makeup sponge, and so I got her the sponge. When I came back to the house, she asked me how much money it was, and I told her it was okay, and that's the first interaction we had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have
Speaking
any
of
other
sponges.
further interaction with Miss Adams after that kind of initial 24-hour stay?
Yeah, when I came back to the house.
When was that?
I can't give you an exact date, but I could like estimate. So probably within 2 weeks, because he'll do his hair like every 2 to 3 weeks.
So about 2, maybe 3 weeks later?
Yeah.
You went back to the house in Dedham?
Yeah.
Was Miss Adams at the house in Dedham at that point?
Yeah.
And so did you speak more to her when you went back the second time?
Yeah. So can we go back? Because even after, because I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. Just
okay.
I apologize,
Yeah.
Miss Charles. But
Yeah.
did you speak to Miss Adams again that second time you
Yeah,
went back
I did.
to the house?
Yeah, we spoke more. Yeah.
All right. How much time did you spend with her that second time?
More time, like a longer time, because we were talking about food, and she wanted to come to New York to start her restaurant, and I'm a business owner, and we connected on the fact that she was a business owner, and I have like a big social media following, and I told her that she needed to do content, and I wanted to help her with her content so she could start her business. So we connected on that.
Did you end up helping her
Yeah.
with content?
Yeah.
Did you two stay in touch?
Yeah.
How long were you around at the house in Dedham that second time?
I can't tell you how long, honestly. I would stay longer if it had a game and we'd go to the game together. But for however, because most times she'll be like the only female there and Sunny will come and go. And so I spent more time with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of following that time you spent together where you said you connected over being business owners,
Yeah.
did you two remain in contact?
Yeah.
And how did you do that?
We'll text, we'll send Instagram reels, we'll FaceTime.
So you guys exchanged phone numbers?
Yeah.
How much did you talk, you think, in the following weeks and months that fall?
A lot, because a lot. We talk about business, we'll gossip, we girls, so yeah.
Did you ever spend more time together in person with Miss Adams?
Yeah, I took her back to my country. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, so I took her to Tobago. She spent time with my family, with my grandmother. Yeah, I actually bought her ticket to go to Tobago, so yeah.
When was that?
This was probably around Thanksgiving time.
End of November then?
Yeah, whenever Thanksgiving was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Following that trip, do you remember where you went after that?
I came back to New York. We came back on the same flight. I came back to New York, and she went to Boston.
Okay. Do you remember where you were on December 2nd?
Yeah, actually, I was in Target, like late evening.
So close to a Walmart.
What were you doing in Target?
I was shopping for ingredients because I was spending too much money on Ubers, so I was buying ingredients to cook, like groceries.
You're buying groceries at Target?
Yeah.
What were you cooking?
So I wanted to make
Hot dogs.
this like Cajun pasta with shrimp and like sausage. Mila had made it at the house, and it was healthy.
Like a gumbo?
And so I wanted to cook that because I didn't want to buy Uber Eats. I didn't want to spend money on Uber Eats, and I just wanted to be healthier and cook. And so I wanted to make it like her. So I was going through the aisles and like picking up stuff and calling Mila or message. Like I texted her a picture and asked her if it was this one, but she wasn't responding quick enough, so I FaceTime her.
All right, so let me break that down there for a minute. You're in Target, you're trying to purchase ingredients
Yeah.
for a dinner that you had seen Mila cook?
Yeah.
You said at the house. Is that at the Dedham house?
Yeah.
All right. Did you say you were looking for, what was the ingredient you were looking
Like
for?
shrimp, but so she makes matcha as well. So I was trying to find out like what matcha to get. That specific one from tea dealers. Shrimp,
the other one.
pasta, sausage,
Okay.
everything like that.
So you just said a moment ago that
Yeah.
as you were trying to find ingredients, you
Yeah.
started by taking a picture
Yeah.
and sending it
Yeah.
to Mila?
Yeah.
Do you remember what time that was at?
It was before 6 p.m. for sure because I remember leaving my cart in Target to go pick up some dry cleaning for my boyfriend because I had to get it before it closed. So I actually left Target and came back to Target. So it was before 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about a specific time? Do you remember exact times?
So the dry cleaners was in Brownsville, Target was at Gateway. So I got there probably minutes to 6. So probably like the end, like ending at 4 or 5 p.m. somewhere there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned a text message or a photograph of an ingredient you sent.
Yeah.
Was there any record of that?
Yeah, I took a picture and sent it to her.
All right. Would that have had the actual time?
Yeah, and
on
location.
The message?
Yeah.
Do you think taking a look at a record might refresh your recollection of what time
Yeah.
you sent that photograph? Did you
Yeah.
say yes?
Yes.
If I may approach her?
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you, do me
Tried hot dogs with
take
mustard.
a look at that photograph. Okay? And I want you to look at that.
Yeah.
And after you've reviewed it, take a look up.
Yeah.
We need that
Having looked
recipe.
at that, does that refresh your recollection on what time
Yeah.
you actually began communicating with Miss Adams when you were in the Target?
Yes.
And what time was that?
It says 4:38 on the picture.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that consistent with your recollection of when you reached out to Miss Adams?
Yeah.
Now, you said you started by texting and then you FaceTimed with Miss Adams?
Yeah.
What's FaceTime?
A video call app on every iPhone.
Had you FaceTimed with Miss Adams previously?
Yeah.
And so describe how that looks. What's happening at that point when you're FaceTiming?
So I FaceTime her. I told her what I was doing. We spoke about the pasta, and all the ingredients I needed to get. And she was like, "Girl, I'm not going to Miami." And she said she's gonna go home to Atlanta for a couple of days. Then she's gonna come to New York. Well, she's gonna go home to Atlanta, but she's gonna stop off in New York for a couple of days.
All right, let me actually stop you there. I
Yeah.
apologize, Ms. Charles. It was
Yeah.
not a specific question. So you said you're in Target while this conversation is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you see where Miss Adams was?
Yeah.
Where was she?
She was in the kitchen.
Kitchen of what?
Of the Denham house.
And how do you know that?
Because I've been there before, so I know the layout of the house. And the faucet was running, and I could see the island in the background.
Okay. You just said she mentioned Miami. Did you notice anything about her face, her physical appearance when you had this FaceTime call?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
Did you see any redness, swelling?
No.
Was she flush?
No.
Was she teary-eyed?
No.
Were there any bruises on her?
No.
You started to talk a little bit about...
Yeah.
All right.
She said
Where was that?
In New York, because she said she was stopping off in New York for a couple of days. I asked her where she was going to stay. She said at a hotel. I'm like, girl, we friends. You don't have to stay at a hotel. You could stay at my place.
All right. Did you actually see her that night? Did she stay at your place?
Yeah.
So where'd you first see her?
At the airport.
What airport?
LaGuardia.
And what were you doing out there?
I went to pick her up.
What time did you pick her up from LaGuardia Airport?
She told me she was lying at 11, so I got there like minutes to 11. I had to wait because I think her flight was delayed. Yeah, her flight was delayed. So I waited there for like 45 minutes.
And so, did you end up seeing Miss Adams? Did she actually get in your car?
Yeah.
You picked her up from LaGuardia Airport? When she got in your car, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Mm-mm.
Hot dog
Did you
smell.
notice anything
No.
about her appearance?
No.
Was there any bruising on her at that point?
No.
What were you doing once you picked Miss Adams up?
We went to go pick up my friend Tally in Queens, and we were just chilling in the car. We were just like singing and just talking.
Anything out of the ordinary about either Miss Adams or your friend Tolly's demeanor?
No.
What's your friend Tolly's name? If you know?
Her name is Natalia Moses.
Okay. Your car, what kind of car do you drive?
Mercedes-Benz GLE 63S.
Is there any kind of aftermarket systems that's equipped with?
It parks for itself.
Let me ask you this. Does your car have video?
Yeah, well, I install dash cam in my car.
Oh, you put the dash cam in. That
Yeah.
didn't come with the car itself?
No.
Got it. What I'm going to ask is if we could pull up video 2, I believe, from what has been marked exhibit number 5.
Might have to turn down the audio for this if there's music. Yeah, your head's in the way, sir.
Queens more so because they get an honest check. Brooklyn Boys more like one of things.
So if we could pause it right there. All right. So this is actually, for the record, the first video in exhibit number 5, Ms. Charles. Looking at this, we've played 14 seconds. Do you recognize what we're looking at?
Yes.
What is that?
That's me in my car. Dash cam video.
All right. And that video, does that fairly and accurately represent kind of the drive you guys had?
Yeah.
All right. There's a timestamp down here at the bottom. It says 11:48 and 18 seconds p.m.
Yeah.
Is that consistent with your recollection of kind of after you had picked me up from the airport?
Yeah.
What I'm going to ask Ms. Silva to do is go to the next video down on that list.
We've got some audio issues with this one, so. Oh, now we got sports updates. Always good to have those. Yep, 2026, Major League Baseball. Thank you, stop it.
So, looking at video number 2, it looks like the timestamp on the bottom says December 3rd, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
Watching that video, what are we seeing in the video?
We were listening to Cranes in the Sky by Solange, and we were just talking about what the song was about.
Got it.
Yeah.
So when you say there, we, who is we?
My friend Natalia Moses and Mila Adams in the car.
All right, so where we paused it, it's a little hard to see, but is your testimony that Miss Moses was in the car?
Yeah.
Who's in the front seat here?
Mila Adams.
And so was Miss Moses in the back seat of your car?
Yes.
Okay. What did the three of you do that night?
We went to Jersey. I have a house in Jersey City, so we went to Jersey City.
And what did you do?
Drink, eat wings, and watch TV, just chill.
All right. Did you end up staying or sleeping in Jersey City, or did you sleep somewhere else?
No, I went back to my apartment in Brooklyn.
That was right.
Who went back to your apartment in Brooklyn?
Me, Tally, and Mila.
And what time do you think you got back?
I'd estimate probably like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning.
All right, so early in the morning?
Yeah.
That entire time span that we're talking about, there's your description of what you just did, eat, drink, have some wings and hang out. Is that a fair description of what you did that night?
Yeah.
All right. Where'd you sleep that night?
I slept on the couch downstairs, and Mila and Tally slept upstairs in my bedroom.
Okay. Do you remember how long Miss Adams ended up staying at your house?
Probably like a week, a little over a week.
All right. That night in Jersey City and back at your apartment in Brooklyn, did you have the opportunity to observe Miss Adams?
Probably the morning we got up. Yeah, because we girls, so we get dressed in front of each other, so yeah, the day of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say you get dressed in front of each other,
Yeah.
did you actually, when you say you get dressed in front of each other,
Yeah.
did you actually see Miss Adams without clothes on as you were getting dressed?
With a towel on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you observe any bruising, redness on
No.
her neck or chest?
No.
Did you observe anything on her face?
No.
I'm going to ask Ms. Silva if we can actually play the third video.
Shelly Small, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
And so I'm going to pause it right there and just ask you, so this image, is that a fair and accurate representation of how Miss Adams looked that day on December 3rd?
Yeah.
That video kind of depicts how she looked?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ms.
It's a lot of purple.
Anytime the day of December 3rd, did you notice bruising developing, redness, any kind of physical marks on Miss Adams?
No.
On December 4th, 5th, 6th, did you notice any of that?
No.
Did Miss Adams ever tell you that she had been assaulted or strangled?
No.
Did she ever mention any kind of an attack?
No.
Do you remember when she left?
I can't give you the exact date, but probably like somewhere between the 9th, 10th, or 11th. Either one of those dates.
Okay. And after Miss Adams left, actually, let me back up. Strike that. So if she got there on December 2nd and she left on the 9th, 10th, or 11th, is it fair to say she was down there for a week, maybe a little bit more?
Yeah.
All right. After she left, did you see her again?
Yeah, I saw her afterwards.
Soon afterwards? Where was that?
In Boston.
And in Boston, where were you?
Where was I in Boston?
Yeah.
At the house in Dedham.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
I understand. So you saw her again at the house in Dedham?
Yeah.
And when was that?
Probably the 13th. Yeah, the 12th or the 13th, because I had to go do his hair.
Okay. What was there some sort of time-sensitive pressure about doing his hair?
Because he had to leave to go to Miami, so I had to go do his hair. Yeah.
Okay.
I had to do his hair. Probably had a game. He probably had a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me back you up. Miss Adams.
She went with to Miami, right?
New York.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
And your testimony was that you think it was on the 13th. You saw her again?
Yeah, either 12, 13, 14, somewhere there. I'm not good with dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was
at the house in Dedham.
All right.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the house in Dedham?
I had to do his hair.
Who was in the house in Dedham?
His mom, Mila, me. I think Marshawn was there. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I can remember being in the house.
Okay. Did you do Mr. Diggs' hair that day?
Yeah.
What time of day?
It was late evening.
In the evening then?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How long did doing his hair take?
Between 3 and 5 hours.
Man.
And so, do you remember when you finished doing his hair roughly?
It was late that night. Yeah, like probably 10, 11, somewhere there.
What did you do after you finished doing Mr. Diggs' hair that night?
I slept on the couch because I had a flight 6 a.m. that morning.
6 a.m. the following morning or that morning?
So I did his hair the night. I stayed downstairs on the couch. I was laying on the couch on my phone. I stayed down there because I had a flight early the next morning.
Got it.
Yeah.
When you were down on the couch, what happened?
Like later into the night, Mila came downstairs and she was just talking about stuff that happened earlier in the day.
All right. Let me back you up there for a moment. Did you see anything unusual on the evening of December 13th when you were doing Mr. Diggs' hair?
Yeah, so I was behind the couch. He was on the couch with Miss Stephanie. We were watching a Netflix comedy special, and we were just there kicking it. He was on his phone. Mila was in the back of us, like in a little dining area. She was on her phone. And she shouts over to him, "Yo, Steph, when am I going to get my money?" And he responds, I think you spoke to the accountant? And her demeanor changed. His demeanor kind of changed. But I wasn't paying any attention to it. I was just doing my job. So after a while, she moves from behind on the dining table and she comes to the front, like on the side, like a love seat area thing. And she was there on her phone and she was just like laughing really loud. I don't want to imply anything, but like you tell.
So
okay,
let me stop you right there. You said she's over on her phone. She was laughing really loud.
Yeah.
Was she watching the comedy special?
No, she was just on her phone.
Okay. So you said later that night or the next morning you spoke to her again?
Yeah, like in the probably midnight, 1 a.m.-ish. Yeah, she came downstairs and we were talking.
When she came downstairs, was there anybody else downstairs?
No, just me and her.
And what did she tell you when she came downstairs?
She asked me if he was annoyed.
She asked you if
if he was annoyed.
And that's Mr. Diggs?
Yeah.
Did she tell you she was going to do anything?
Yeah, she was trying to antagonize him while she was on the couch, like trying to get beneath his skin, and she was
sustained.
Okay.
So let me ask you this way: did she indicate when she came downstairs that she was going to do anything? Did she tell you she was going to take any action?
Yeah, she said she was going to sue him.
For what?
For the money that he owes her, and like she gonna take it to the blog. She gonna
take it to the block.
Blogs.
Got it.
Yeah. It was like an hour-long conversation, so it was a lot. So.
Let me stop you there.
Oh, sorry.
So, do you remember her saying that she was going to make him pay?
Yeah.
you remember saying anything about a hostile work environment?
Yeah.
Let me have one moment, Your Honor.
Yeah.
A couple things I want to follow up with. It's Charles. Did Miss Adams, prior to her coming down that night, 1 a.m., and having this conversation with you, did she tell you that she'd been assaulted? Did you heard anything about a strangulation and assault?
No.
That night, when she was talking about the suing Mr. Diggs,
Yeah.
did she say that she had been assaulted?
No.
I want to back up down to kind of early in your testimony. You said you have a dash camera in your car.
Mhm.
How long have you had that?
Probably a little after my birthday, which is September. So, yeah. Probably end of September, beginning of October.
Okay, why do you have that?
Because people are scamming in New York, insurance fraud. Like they hit your car, they see you have a nice car, and they try to get money out of you.
In New York, you said?
Yeah.
I don't have any further questions.
Caldwell, care to inquire?
Good afternoon, Ms. Charles.
Afternoon.
So you've been doing Mr. Diggs' hair, you said every 2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah.
For how long?
So I started doing his hair when he was at the Buffalo Bills. And then last year, like a little before the Met Gala last year, is when like I started doing it consistently.
Okay, so for more than 1 year you've been doing it? Or?
Yeah.
And that's, you said like a 3 to 5 hour appointment every 2 to 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you get paid when you do that?
It depends on the style I do. It could range from $600 to probably $1,500.
And you said that sometimes you go to the games afterwards?
Yeah.
How many times has that happened?
I went twice when I was in Dedham, once in New York, and once at the Super Bowl.
And you also said that at least on one occasion you slept over his house. Did you sleep over his house often, or?
No.
When did you meet Ms. Adams?
Probably August, September.
So at the time when she went to New York, you'd known her for 2-3 months, something like that?
Probably, yeah.
And you'd known him for over a year?
Yeah.
And you'd seen him every 2 to 3 weeks for 3 to 5 hours?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say you knew him better than you knew her?
No, because we have a client service provider relationship, so I wouldn't say that's subjective.
When you're doing his hair, do you talk to him?
I keep it professional, so just how's the game, stuff like that, nothing in his personal life.
If I may, one moment. Nothing further.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Charles.
Thank you.
All right, are we done? Little Poland spring water, not Deer Park, but close second.
Your Honor, the defense calls Natalia Moses.
Natalia Moses.
Just watch your step, and then you can remain standing face to face.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Why do we get the feel that this whole trial has been like a Fashion Week exhibit?
Good afternoon, Ms. Moses.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sure, my name is Natalia Moses, Moses.
All right, and I'll just ask you to keep your voice up a little bit so that everyone in the court can hear.
Sure.
Do you also go by a nickname?
Yes, Tali.
Tali is your nickname?
Yes.
All right. Where do you live?
I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I've just moved. I live in Florida. I go between Brooklyn and Florida as I have a business in Florida as well.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist.
Do you work for any particular salon or on your own?
No, I have my own business.
Okay. Do you know Shy Charles?
I do.
How do you know Shy?
Shy and I met in 2018. I started off being her assistant, her braiding assistant.
Okay. Do you still work with Shy?
No.
All right. What about Stefon Diggs? Do you know Stefon Diggs?
No, not personally.
Have you ever met Stefon Diggs?
No.
Is Stefon Diggs a client of yours?
No.
Okay. Do you know Mila Adams?
I do.
How do you know Mila?
I know Mila through Shy.
Okay. When is the first have you ever met Ms. Adams?
I have.
When is the first time you met her?
I want to say December 2nd into December 3rd. Around that time, that was the first time I met her in person, but I would have spoken to her on the phone on multiple occasions before.
Okay. And did you talk to her, just the two of you, before December 2nd?
No, not just the two of us. We would always speak with Shy in the middle, so it would always be on Shy's phone, so I never spoke to her one-on-one prior to December 2nd.
I see. Okay. So, Shy and Ms. Adams had a relationship.
That's correct.
And then and you and Shy have a relationship.
That's correct.
And sometimes the three of you would talk.
That's correct.
Understood. And were these calls professional calls, business calls, personal calls?
Personal calls.
Okay. All right. So what were the circumstances under which you met Ms. Adams on December 2nd?
So she said she was passing through to New York, and Shy told her, well, she could stay at her house. I just came from Atlanta because I had a job in Atlanta, and Shy told me that she would pick me up as we were coming in from the same airport. I, however, came in before Miss Adams, so I went to my family's house, and Shy picked me up from there with Miss Adams in the car.
Okay. And where was your family's house?
In Queens.
All right. And that was the first time you met Ms. Adams?
In person, yes.
In person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I take it you had been in Shy's car before?
That's correct.
All right. And can you describe her car, the outside of it?
It's a white AMG.
Okay. And can you just describe the inside of her car?
She has a red interior.
All right. Does she have any recording devices in her car?
Yes, she has a dash cam in her car.
All right. And can you describe what that dash cam looks like?
It's a rectangular shape. She has it on the top of the windshield.
Okay. So you can see it when you're sitting in her car?
That's correct.
All right. And did you know that dash cam was in there?
I did.
All right. Did you know that on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
And you could see it when you were sitting in the car on December 2nd?
Yes, I did.
All right. After Shy and Ms. Adams picked you up in, I think you said Queens?
Yes.
What did you do after that?
We went to New Jersey.
And what did you do in New Jersey?
We was just chilling at the house. We bought food, and, girl time. We was just hanging around watching music videos and stuff like that.
Okay. And during that time, it's a strange question, were the lights on?
It was.
Okay. When you were with Shy and Miss Adams at the house in New Jersey, did you notice any marks or bruises or redness on Ms. Adams' face?
I did not.
Could you see her neck at that time?
Yes.
Did you notice any marks or redness or bruises on her neck?
No, I did not.
Did she complain at any point about soreness or stiffness or, soreness or stiffness?
No, she did not.
You testified. Did you see her eat?
I did.
Did you see her drink?
I did.
Did she seem to have any difficulty swallowing?
She did not.
Did she complain about difficulty swallowing?
No, she did not.
Or a sore throat at all?
No.
All right. Did her voice sound hoarse?
No, it did
Did her
not.
voice sound any different than it had sounded when you previously spoke with her?
No.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary in her appearance or her behavior on December 2nd?
I did not.
Okay. How long did you end up spending time with Miss Adams in New York City?
Approximately a week.
Okay. Did you spend that whole week? And I'm sorry, I should have asked this question. Did you stay in that house in New Jersey on December 2nd?
No, we went to Shy's house in Brooklyn.
Okay. And did you end up staying there that night?
We did.
Did you stay there also on the night of December 3rd?
I did.
And did you stay there all the way up until December 9th?
I did.
Okay. And did Ms. Adams stay there as well?
She did.
Where did you sleep in the Brooklyn house?
We all slept in Shy's room.
Okay. By all, you mean you, Ms. Adams, and Shy?
And Shy.
Okay.
Sometimes Shy would go to her boyfriend's house, so sometimes it would just be Miss Adams and myself.
Okay. I take it you at some point woke up on December 3rd.
Yes.
And what was Ms. Adams' behavior like on December 3rd?
She was fine. She was bubbly.
Okay.
Yeah, a good personality. She didn't show any signs of anything wrong.
Okay. Did she cook for you?
She made breakfast.
And same question on December 3rd. Did you spend December 3rd with her?
I did.
Did you see any bruises, redness, marks on her face at that time?
No.
Were you able to see her neck on that day?
Yes, I did.
Were you able to see her chest on that day?
Yes, we all stayed in the same room, so we got dressed and everything together.
Okay, understood. And did you see any marks or bruising or redness?
No.
On any of those areas? Okay. Did you see any such marks or bruises or redness, anything like that, the entire week you spent together?
No.
Okay. Did there come a time where Ms. Adams asked you to take a look at her hair?
Yes.
Can you? What was that? How did that come about?
So I was supposed to do her hair. So a stylist, I would analyze her hair. I would lift it up just to see if, the style that we was going to do. I was trying to decide on the style that we was going to do. So I did have close-up view to her neck and her hair.
Okay. And in the course of lifting her hair and looking at her neck, did you see anything?
No.
Okay. Do you remember taking a couple of videos of Ms. Adams while you were together in New York?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember approximately when that was?
Possibly December 7th or 8th, around that time.
Okay. And I will ask Mr. Kettlewell to very smoothly play Exhibit 8, please.
Smoothly, please. Smooth as the key.
Okay, and we could just pause that. Sorry. Ms. Moses, is this one of the videos that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
All right, and can you just describe where you are?
We were in Shire's room there, and we were just goofing around, listening to music and dancing and stuff.
Okay. And then if you could just complete that video, please. All right, and then Mr. Kettlewell, if you could play Exhibit 9, please.
Also smoothly would be great.
And can you just hit pause for a second? Thank you. Is this the other video that you took of Ms. Adams?
Yes, it is.
And that was on that trip in New York?
Yes, it is.
Between December 2nd and December 9th?
Yes.
Okay. And was this close in time to the first video?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Kettlewell, if you could keep playing.
Hey. 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 Hey.
We're going to get full reimbursement with all these receipts.
And was that video that you took, was that consistent of how Miss Adams was being with you?
Yes.
Okay. Did anyone ask you to take that video?
No.
But Ms. Adams knew you were filming her.
She did.
Okay. And the entire time that you were with Ms. Adams in New York City, did she mention anything about being hit?
She did not.
Did she mention anything about being choked?
No, she did not.
Did she say or do anything that suggested to you that Steph Diggs had hurt her or scared her in any way?
She did not.
Okay. I have no further questions here.
Thank you. Kamal?
Just briefly, that New York trip, was that the first time you had ever met Miss Adams in person?
That's correct.
You said you didn't see any bruises on her. Were you looking for bruises on her?
No, but she was in my face.
Nothing further.
She was in my face.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you.
Lindsay Selena's here.
Defense rests.
Defense rests.
All right, defense rest.
Any rebuttal testimony? Come to sidebar really quickly. Just turn down the periodic beeping. Well, we made it into a 2-day trial. We thought it was going to be a week, but if the jury sides with the complainant, they basically have to see that everyone else is lying, and that's a big. Let's see if there's going to be any rebuttal testimony. I don't think there is. They only had 2 witnesses. So I'll get the poll ready. This guy only gets to talk to him during breaks. He's like the fill-in dude. Start a poll. Okay, I've changed the question. It's very different. It's very different than our normal one. The first answer is no. The next answer is yes. So there we go. Are you buying the chokehold story? It's basically what the jury has to figure out. The cameraman loves that watch. Oh my goodness.
All right. Jurors, so the defense has rested. There's no further evidence in this case, so that is closed. So that means that, as I predicted for you, what remains will be the closing statements of the attorneys, and then I will give you my instructions for you on the law. What we're going to do is we're going to suspend for the lunch and recess, and we will resume at 2 o'clock with all of it. Okay? So there should be, your lunch order should be ready, hopefully, and we'll see you back here in a little over an hour. All right, thank you.
All rise, jurors can step down, please.
All right, there's our only ceiling tile.
The squad stands in a luncheon recess.
Dibs on the salad bar.
Counsel, if I could just get the flash drive.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Dave Rose are breaking for luncheon recess.
All right, we're off. We're off to lunch. We're off to lunch. I'm making the afternoon portal open. The football foul trial, closing arguments version is going to start at. We started at 2 o'clock. We're going to start at 1:45. That gives us an hour, and I have to make the thumbnail. Put the right thumbnail in there. So give me a second. Let's go back. Edit that. Wait, why is it not there? There it is. Save that. Build the portal. I do have a doc to read. That's why we're coming back early. I can read it in 15 minutes. We have a document to read. It's an update for Hannah Payne's trial. Hannah Payne was the one where most recently she was. It was notable because the state used AI to file their brief. So we're going to read that update when we. Why is it frozen there? I don't know. When we come back. Details. It's going to be day 2. Okay, customization, make the portal. Done. All right. Now we're set up. Yes, I've got the Pro Se thing going right now. And by going, I mean this is what I'm.
Prevento on behalf of Mr. Spencer, who joins me at council table.
And we are here for a probable cause conference.
I've got that. We're going to try to grab all of that before it disappears. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, that happens. So we've got that. We've got the reading to do after lunch. I've got a repair guy that's going to be at my house in just a minute, so I have to go to that as well. All right, that means we just need to go and eat right this very second because I've got a billion things to do. So we'll start the music. The Pro Se guy it's something else. Let your chief of staff handle the repair guy. I am the chief of staff. Red Pen, there's a country song about that. All right, you guys, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better. Please stay safe till we go live again at 1:45. You have 55 minutes to eat lunch, hire a repair guy, and all the rest of the stuff. And we'll see you guys after lunch. Be good. We'll see you in a little bit.